Evolution was the best show of those 4.
Yeah. I will say, that, without giving anything away, we're live, by the way. Without giving anything away, I will say this AEW show was a lot easier to sit through than the last one.
Yes, but long, man. Wow.
It was on the long side. Although, when I skipped all the fucking promos and all that bullshit, like yesterday, I was like, fuck it, just watch the matches.
Yeah.
Fuck all this other nonsense, just watch the matches. It was easier to sit through.
Well, I mean, like when you take into account the matches that had special entrances, that like I think there was one I have it noted. I think it was like 20 minutes of entrances. I was just like, what are we doing? And the pyro budget they must have had for All In, whoa, because they shot more pyro than what they needed to. Like a lot of that was unnecessary pyro.
Oh God.
Wow.
Oh man! And tonight we got, of course, eBay. I got a really cool eBay one. It's so cool that like I'm gonna share it with you guys once we do it.
There's not an all Jersey thing again, is there? No, I don't want to deal with that again.
No. But like I was searching for items and like I saw this and I was just like, okay, that's kind of fucking cool. That like I'm gonna save the page so once we do it, I'm gonna show them that. I can share the screen so I can show them that. So, but only one person watching right now, but we're gonna get going and everything. But we are the Three-Way Dance Wrestling Podcast, and what a fucking weekend we had!
Man,
four major shows, and we thought it'd be a good idea to fucking watch all of them, and boy, were we fucking wrong. Just trying to cram that much fucking wrestling into like that little bit of fucking amount of time was, I think me and Nick both finished all the shows today.
Yeah. I'll say this. I'm missing SmackDown for a Green Day concert on Friday, and I'm glad I'm missing SmackDown because I've watched too much wrestling over the past 4 days.
That's what I'm like, man. I don't
5 days, however many days.
I don't regularly follow AEW. I may read about it every now and then, watch a couple clips, but like, when it comes to watching it, I don't watch it that much anymore. But like, AEW, this is just something I watch just to review for here. But like everything else, even then, I like fell asleep watching Great American Bash. I missed 2 matches, so I had to go back and watch that. And then Saturday night's main event, like, especially after letting it digest, I was like, yeah, this is not their better show.
No.
No.
But
of course, we're going to play some three-way dance or three-word dance. I'm sorry, and it came from eBay, and I did 2 things. One, I did have an idea for an after segment game. I thought of it when I was high, so that went bye-bye. I was like, man, that'd be a good idea to play after a fucking game, and then I got sober, and I was like, I forgot what it was. I didn't have a notebook.
Write that down, man.
Exactly. I didn't have a notebook near me when I thought of it. And that's why I keep notebooks near me when I'm high live so I can write shit down. That's why I have so many fucking notebooks around here so I can just write shit down. There was 2 things to that. Oh, and plus we have so many fucking shows to review that we probably have things to talk about that like I don't think we'll need a fucking after segment. So with that being said, quick things for I realized since we've been doing the live one, we've kind of been neglecting fucking MoviesRUSA.biz. We haven't been talking about them, so I want to give a quick shout out to the great people over at MoviesRUSA.biz who are nice enough to send over some stuff every now and then. And if you want some of their great stuff, head on over to MoviesRUSA.biz. Use checkout code ARTIST ARTIST at checkout. Save 50% on your entire purchase at checkout.
Pay once to see something whenever you want versus paying once to see something once.
Exactly. I probably had to break down though. I rented The Luckiest Man in America on YouTube. No, not YouTube. Amazon. It was $4 to rent it. I was like, fuck it. I'm just gonna rent it and watch it.
Yeah. I might have to do that.
Yeah, that's what I did. It was. I think I got my $4 worth. But. All right, so I think any of the news we talk about is going to fucking translate into one of these goddamn shows. The only one I can really talk about, Cardi B, believe it or not, in the news for us. Apparently was supposed to host SummerSlam, but now...
She's not anymore?
Well, they haven't mentioned her in a few weeks, and it turns out it's in question.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I called that shot the second they mentioned it. I was like, fuck, she's gonna wrestle, but no, it doesn't look like it.
Speaking of not looking like wrestling, apparently Travis Scott is no longer factored in. He didn't take well to the business, which to me is a nice way of saying fuck you for stiffing Cody Rhodes.
Well, to be fair, see, everybody keeps getting on him for saying like, "Oh, he stiffed Cody Rhodes." The Rock told him to punch him.
That's true, but and in that speaking of which, how much of a failure has the Cena heel turned in? The Rock hasn't been involved since Elimination Chamber. Travis Scott hasn't been involved since Mania. He's getting more cheers than he is boos. Everything they've done is basically everything we wanted anyway, despite the gimmick, him being like, that's what do we get? What do we get? So I'm not sure I'm not sure why. Why did it have to happen?
Oh, maybe something different. Got tired of vanilla.
Yes, I mean,
got tired of vanilla. We need chocolate.
Speaking of wrestling celebrities, Jacob Fatu. Jelly Roll has apparently been training with Jacob Fatu, The Undertaker,
Half the goddamn roster.
And who's the other? Kevin Owens?
Kevin Owens, yeah.
And you got to factor in, you got Matt Bloom at the Performance Center, Wesley Blake. You've got all these others that are training. So, like, how many fucking people? And he's been there a month, apparently, training.
Shawn Michaels is the one who had his hand in with Logan Paul when he came. Just Shawn Michaels, not
everyone.
I was about to say, fuck the coaches. Let's just talk about the superstars. Shawn Michaels. But now there's like 4 people working on Jelly Roll. I mean, although I will say, getting to Saturday Night's Main Event, he did take a hell of a Claymore.
Yep.
I'll give him that. You know?
And apparently he had wrestling training before he decided he was going to sing.
Okay,
there might be, like, you've seen the memes, like my face when Jelly Roll does like a moonsault or whatever. I mean, if he's working with Jacob Fatu, I think we'll probably there'll be a Jelly Roll hip attack.
SummerSlam was like, fuck Jelly Roll, and then he just busts out a double spring moonsault, and we're just like,
fucking manages a fucking Mexican destroyer or whatever, like all this crazy shit. It's just like, what? Whoa!
Yeah,
that's like, fucking Jelly Roll gets a 5-star match from fucking
Meltzer.
Shit, like.
Meltzer's gonna be like, fuck, I was wrong.
Cornette would have some sort of fucking brain hemorrhage or something.
And going back to Travis Scott, he was the DLC, the special celebrity guest, but now he has been replaced with one El Grande Americano.
And now El Grande Americano is going to be at a AAA event facing Octagon Jr. And I'm like, oh, man, yes. And a German guy dressed up as an American guy in Mexico being billed as from the Gulf of America. I got to see that. I wish they would have different El Grandes, though, like Tyler Bate, Pete Dunne, the Creeds. I'll throw Omos out there and completely.
Omos. Just have a tall.
Omos, Tozawa. Like, just everybody that isn't doing anything right now, have them as El Grande one week and have commentary be like, what is going on here? Like,
just have Omos come out there and the whole fucking Americano sit up. Yeah. Wade Barrett just look at Michael Cole. Go ahead, explain that one.
Yeah. It's like,
where's your nipple analyst on that one? You know. I can see in the future Jelly Roll versus Mr. Beast.
Oh no. I mean, it's already Jelly Roll and Logan Paul on opposing sides.
Called it, by the way.
Yeah, you did. Will Ospreay apparently tweeted about it too when it was first talked about that Jelly Roll was going to wrestle. I guess he tweeted like, "Watch, it'll be this."
Mm-hmm. That's what it just came to me. So sorry to interrupt you, but that's what I've been watching. Jim Cornette's fucking take on who he would keep on the WWE roster and who he would fire. So I was like, that'd be something fun for me and Nick to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what it was. I couldn't remember.
But what we got to do is go by the Wikipedia roster, because the roster on .com, it doesn't have Jeff Cobb, it doesn't have Hikuleo. They don't have Tyra May Steele. Is that the LFG women's winner?
I guess.
Yeah, she had one match on NXT, and now she's been on Evolve. Meanwhile, Jasper Troy is...
Yeah, that one.
Well, he's not doing so well, though. I was pissed, actually, about his match at fucking Great American Bash, by the way.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
So...
all right, so that's pretty much it for news there, pretty much. Just some little things there. So let's have a little fun here, shall we? We always start with eBay for some reason. Once 3-word dance became like our mind game to fuck with us, we pretty much made that our main event. So eBay, it came from eBay. This is where I give Nick 3 what I think kooky fucking or interesting items, I should say, from eBay in the wrestling world. And he has to put them in order from highest to lowest.
Well, I think of it. Those stampers I sent you that picture of, they were part of eBay one time, weren't they? Like the fucking Hogan, Boss Man, Savage, and Warrior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were. So this one right here, man, one of these, I should have saved these two to fucking show you, but I didn't. All right, so the first one is the Otis Money in the Bank lunchbox. It's just like the
yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's just that. The lunchbox, you
Nice.
can replica of that. That's it. Or I wouldn't say or, and the WrestleMania 32 Shane McMahon $1 million bill. It's one of them. Here comes
from
the money.
The entrance?
Money. Yeah.
Oh.
The entrance bills. Yeah, that rain from the sky. Not signed or anything like that. And finally, this is the interesting one.
It's not signed by Tully Blanchard?
Not signed by Tully Blanchard. This is a set of, I believe, 6 or 5, one of the two. Hardy Boy candy cane ornaments. Now, they're not actual candy canes, but they're in the shape of candy canes. They're purple and green. You can hang them on your Christmas tree during Christmas time. There's in the package, but I'm just amazed that this was a fucking item. Because I'm just like, yeah, because when I think fucking Christmas, I think Hardy Boys. Yeah, and this is like WWE, so this is this is during their second run.
I have an ornament that's just like a figurine of The Rock doing like with the microphone like this, but
well, that I can understand, but this is that's a Hallmark one.
Well,
this
or
is
something along those lines.
This was a set of 5 plastic candy canes, colored purple and green for Hardy Boys. Not even pictures of the Hardy Boys on here, by the way.
No Hardy Boys logo either. There's plastic purple and green WWE marketed candy canes. Fuck's sakes, the shit that they come up with.
Yep. So, which one's the highest, middlest, and cheapest?
Fuck. Okay, highest, the Shane bill, then the candy canes, then the lunchbox.
Oh, you got it. Right on the money on the first one.
Here comes the money.
The $1 million bill, believe it or not, if you want one, go grab one. $50.31.
I don't want one.
No. The candy canes are not much less. They're only $50. 31
only
cents.
You can buy a 5-pack at the dollar store and paint them green and purple.
Well, I'm saying if you're a fucking hardcore fan. And finally, the Otis lunchbox, only $40. Only $40.
I wish they would have done something more with that and not just giving it to him to give it to him.
Know,
it's
right?
like to give Jey Uso the world title for that stupid Netflix show. That I think I have to agree with what Jake Roberts is saying. Like, they've already pulled back the curtain enough. This show's not going to do them any good.
I know, but I'm actually kind of excited to watch it.
Well, I am too, because I want to see like the different kind of shit that come up to what they've got to. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know, maybe he's right.
And judging from how they're treating her lately, and from what I've seen,
Chelsea Green.
I was about to say, I think Chelsea Green only got that title because of that fucking show.
Well, I can't. Yeah, see, I can't. They're making her the female Miz much quicker than they made the Miz the Miz. Like, it just, I can't figure that one out at all.
Yeah, like what they're doing with her, I just don't.
And now that Naomi is the women's world champion, I mean, so you're gonna do Jade versus Tiffany. Jade's going to win. It's going to be Jade versus Naomi at Crown Jewel for the Crown Jewel title. So, I mean, so now Stephanie's not going to beat Naomi. And Chelsea Green, who could have been perfect for Stratton, Chelsea Green should have won King of the Ring, Queen of the Ring, is what I'm saying. It was right there. It was perfect. All of it was perfect.
That, or at least, like, if Chelsea Green was not going to win Queen of the Ring, I at least
get her to the final.
No, I at least would, instead of like Tiffany Stratton saying, I picked Trish Stratus, put her in that spot. Yeah. I mean, yeah, Chelsea's not going to win it, but at least put her in that spot.
Yeah.
You know?
Instead of Chelsea now jobbing and Nikki Bella, which it's probably going to be the Bellas and Stephanie versus Chelsea Green and the Secret Service. That's what I see coming, and I don't like it. Stephanie Vacquet, great. Can't even say her fucking name. When she did that, it reminded me of when she thought that Vader was still alive, and she tweeted about meeting him at the Hall of Fame. And it's
it was just like, my favorite part of the Hall of Fame was like getting to see all the old timers tell stories and everything, and they're like, they don't know Vader's dead. The year he went in, yeah. All right, your next three here. You'll see a theme with these. The Marine. Most major movies that come out, they usually get a movie novelization. Well, The Marine was no exception. The Marine, it actually ended up with a novelization, and I was kind of stunned and taken back when I saw it.
Are you kidding me?
I'm dead serious, man. You'd be amazed at some of the movies that have a fucking novelization. So, like, wow. Even though, like, I was kind of taken back, like, The Marine had one, I still wasn't that surprised, considering some of the movies that have one. Next up, even though The Marine was a WWE-produced movie and it had a movie novelization, WWE did try to put their hand into the fiction genre with their take on WWF Big Apple Takedown.
Oh my fuck.
Yeah, this was like a book they tried to do, or like I think like they were also spies or something.
Like a novel or a story book?
Yeah, it's a novel.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, and this is the only one they ever did, so needless to say,
there's a reason for that.
Yeah, it didn't take off.
WWE books needed to stick to the biographies.
Yeah. And finally, this is Xbox had their own line of WWE video games titled Raw. PS2 had SmackDown, so Xbox had Raw. And this is an Xbox Raw 2 strategy guide, if you remember the good old strategy guide.
So now, is this WWF branded or WWE?
I am unaware.
Because I'm thinking when I think of Raw for Xbox, I'm picturing Goldberg on the cover. So, I mean, either way, I guess. Raw 2 strategy. Ooh,
yeah.
Those can go for bit. Okay. I got to think about this for a minute because...
Yeah, we got the Marine. Fucking...
Video game strategy guides sometimes go for insane amounts of money.
Which is ridiculous.
Depending on the game, which I can't figure out. But I've sold video game strategy guides, like Nintendo 64 ones. I sold 2 for like $20. I was like, sweet. All right. It wasn't even a strategy guide. It was the instructional booklet from the actual game box.
Those, I can understand going for big money.
Yeah. Okay.
So we got the Marine movie novel, the original novel, WWF Big Apple Takedown. Tori Wilson on the cover holding a gun, by the way. And Xbox Raw 2 strategy guide.
So if it's Tori Wilson on the cover, then it's got to be post-invasion because she came over with WCW.
Mm-hmm.
So then it is what I'm thinking of, the one with Goldberg then. So it would be WWE. Okay. Let me say... It's probably not right, but I'm going to say this strategy guide, Big Apple Takedown, Marine.
So close.
Damn.
You got the strategy guide. The strategy guide, believe it or not, $34.99.
And for that game. For that game. That's stupid money for that strategy guide.
Yeah. If I were playing Raw 2 on an original Xbox right now and I couldn't figure it out, and I went to go buy the strategy guide, I'd just be like, fuck it, never mind.
Yeah, I'd be like, you know what? whatever. I mean, it's 2025, and I'm playing original Xbox. That's the first.
Yeah. Like, fuck it, never mind then. The Marine movie novelization was actually next at only $12.99.
Only,
which I think you're overpaying by at least fucking $11.99.
Yeah.
If you buy
like
that.
that's the kind of thing you find in the dollar store.
Yeah. You
Like,
know,
it's just this random one copy of it priced for $2. Like, oh, sweet, all right.
And finally, WWF Big Apple Takedown, $6.99.
Wow.
$6.99 for that.
There's probably a reason for that.
I remember when it came out, but I was just like, whatever. It's another product WWF pushing out, but like, obviously it didn't take off if they didn't make any more.
I found a WWF yo-yo and a WWF like little whistle that I don't know where I got from. I don't know where they are now.
Yo-yo doesn't surprise me.
Plastic yo-yo and this red and black whistle with the WWF logo, the scratch logo.
Mm-hmm.
And I assume it was like maybe a set. I don't know. I don't know where I got them because, like, when I was a kid, like before we moved to where like we had families been for 25 years, I had knowledge of wrestling. I knew who Hulk Hogan was. I knew who Bret Hart was. I knew who Owen was. Like, I knew who the main people were, but I didn't, like, we had fucking antenna TV. So any wrestling knowledge that we had was either from my dad, my uncles, or like friends. So for me to have WWF merch, I don't know how it happened. Unless it was when my brother bought a lot of action figures from one of my buddies when I was in like grade, I think I would have been grade 7 or 8, and he was in like grade 2 or 3, and he bought this lot of figures. It might have been in that. I don't know.
All right, your final 3 here. This is the one that has some kooky stuff in it. This is the one I'm going to show y'all once we're done here. The first one. Now, again, I don't usually like to do signed items because there's a really weird range when it comes to them. But
Tully Blanchard signed Big Show.
Exactly. But when they're unique items like that, I have to include them, and this is one I had to include. This is a signed Mr. Iguana bottle of iguana food. Somebody went to a Mr. Iguana signing or went to Mr. Iguana and said, here, sign this container of iguana food. So hats off. Or the WWF Fast Food Alley playset.
What?
Like, yeah, it's a playset that has like a background and everything like that. It looks like some dingy fucking fast food restaurant. It has like a breakaway table for your action. You can put your fucking wrestling figures in there and make them fight there and everything.
That sounds fantastic. Does it come with like wrestlers too, or is it just a weapon set?
It's a weapon set, yeah, essentially.
Okay.
Yeah. And finally, the WCW 5-piece dinnerware set. It's plastic. It's like a plastic set. Has a bowl, has a plate, has a cup, and fork and spoon. Has WCW fucking branding all over it. That's the one I'm going to show you once we're done. That is not indicative to the price or anything, but just know that it's a very unique item.
Some of the shit that wrestling companies have come out with, man. And then like somebody's that fucking weird that they're like, I'm gonna get this iguana food signed by Mr. Iguana.
That's some shit I would have thought of though. I would have been like, fucking iguana food.
It's like getting Gold Dust to sign Gold Bond.
Yeah.
Like, fuck. You're like Truth to sign Truth and Reconciliation papers or some shit. Like, I don't know.
Okay.
Get JBL to sign a white cowboy hat. Fucking.
Well, that would make sense.
Well, yeah, as long as it's a 10-gallon though, and that shit's expensive.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna say the plastic dinnerware set, Fast Food Alley, signed Mr. Iguana food.
Not even close.
Damn. That's disappointing.
The most expensive, believe it or not.
It's the fucking iguana food.
Yep. The signed Mr. Iguana food coming in at the price of $119. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. $119.99.
What the? What the actual fuck though?
The next expensive would be the WCW 5-piece dinnerware, coming in at the price of $85.
You probably can't even put it in the dishwasher.
Oh, yeah. Okay, hold on. Let me bring it up. Hold on. This share screen. Here we go. Are we? Oh, okay. I gotta add it. There we go. All right. There we go. All right.
What the fuck? So I see a Raven.
Yeah, here we go.
Macho Man.
Yeah, hold on. Let me. Yeah, so there we go. We got the DDP Macho Man bowl.
That is, that's kind of cool looking though.
I was about to say, imagine eating your bowl of cereal and you're drinking the milk, and there's just
yeah.
Yeah, there's DDP and Macho Man there for you and shit. Then we scroll down. There's the fork and knife.
Okay, those are kind of cool looking though.
Yeah, it's out there.
With the Wolfpack logo.
There's the plate.
Oh, you finished your food, brother.
You finished your food, brother. And then the cup. Yeah, which has Raven and Barry Saturn for some reason.
That's okay, yep.
I know, it's so bizarre. It's Kevin Nash.
Nash. Hall. Or no, that's just Nash.
Yeah, there's Hall. There's Hall right there. And there's the inside of the cup in case. And it comes in a nice little carrying case.
Okay, well, yeah.
Yeah, see? Like
$85?
$85.
Fuck. It's not even signed by Tully Blanchard.
Like, I kind of want this, but like, I don't want to fucking pay $85.
Break out the fancy dishware. We got company coming.
I was thinking of that meme where it's just like, babe, bring out the fancy dishware. We have company, and it's like this shit.
Oh man,
isn't that great? Like,
wow.
There's Raven right there.
And Perry Saturn, like
Perry Saturn of all fucking. It's one thing that Raven made it, but Perry Saturn made it too. Like, did you ever hear the story about how Raven made the cover of WCW NWO Revenge?
I think so, yeah.
Where like the guy who made the cover was just a big fan, so he wanted him on there.
It's like how New Jack is in 2K25 because Nick Khan is a big fan.
Exactly.
And the music is going to play during the matches, which I'm like, fuck, I don't have the game system because I don't game.
Oh,
I have a hard time justifying buying a system just to buy a game, but I'm like, they're making it really fucking hard for me not to buy this game. Like,
come on, Nick, you got that fuck money now. You can buy yourself a PS5.
Well, yeah.
I mean, out of the money that you got, $500 ain't nothing. Come on.
That's true.
Yeah.
Although I do have some like expenses coming up. Like I'm going to see Green Day on Friday. I'm going to see Oasis in August, and like I'm going to England again in the fall.
Yeah, maybe let some of that interest build up. Then,
maybe a couple months.
There you go. Yeah. All right, so that was It Came From eBay, and we actually got to see one of the pieces from eBay. See, okay, those look awesome. See,
those are kind of cool. If it was lower than $85, I'd be like,
that's what I'm like. I get it.
But see, I would use it. I would fucking totally use it.
Why would you not use it? Like fucking
hell yeah.
Pour my fucking root beer in my little fucking WCW cup. All right. So that was It Came From eBay, and after eBay, we like to move on to the 3-word dance, which, this is where it gets real,
There's going to be one of mine where either you're going to think it's hilarious or you're going to think I'm fucking stupid. There's no in between.
The first one here, you're going to be like, son of a bitch. Like, you'll either get it right away or you're going to be stumped, and once I tell you, you're going to be like, I fucking hate you.
See, and I have one I think might be like that for you, but I don't know.
Okay. All right, so the first one here, 3-word dance is where we give 3 words that might relate to a wrestler, and we see if we can make the connection. So your first one here, Patrick, Valentine, Orleans.
Velveteen Dream?
No. Oh, okay.
I mean, you can figure it. Okay, Patrick Valentine, Orleans. Okay. say if we included pay-per-view names, I would say In Your House, but we don't do that. So
No.
Valentine or
Patrick Valentine in Orleans.
fuck, hint.
Woo. I guess you could no, because that's. I have a feeling if I say one clue, you're going to do one thing, and I really don't feel like doing that. So I'm just going to say. Well, the clue was going to be we saw him this weekend, but I really didn't want to hear you name every fucking name from this weekend. So
there's so many.
With that being said, I will say I'll narrow it down a little bit. AEW to WWE.
Oh. Okay, let me think. If we saw him this weekend, so that means
Patrick Valentine Orleans, and your clue being AEW to WWE.
Jade Cargill.
No.
Ethan Page?
No.
Ricky Saints.
Yeah. Saint Patrick, Saint Valentine.
Oh.
New Orleans Saints. Yeah. That's why I was like, you'll either get the Saint thing right away or
I was going through my head. I'm like, it's not Andrade, it's not Penta, it's not Phoenix, because I didn't want to start saying names like I could have
this weekend, but then you're going to be like, okay, fucking Chelsea Green, Nikki Bell. Fuck. I was like, no, I don't think that.
Okay, so we'll start with kind of like an easier one. Like I'll say the one that either like there's drop.
What is it?
Drop, like DROP.
Gotcha.
Glass. Bus.
I thought I had an idea until Bus showed up. Is it Jack Perry?
No.
Okay. Glass. Drop. Bus. Is it Mike Awesome?
No. You were closer with Jack Perry.
Was I?
Yeah.
Adam Page?
No.
John Moxley?
No.
Okay. CM Punk?
Nope.
Okay then. Those are all the obvious ones that jump out. Drop. Glass. Bus. Oh, is it Cody Rhodes?
Nope.
Oh. Is it Gunther?
No.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, give me a hint.
Alongside Jack Perry, he is one of the 4 pillars of AEW.
Oh, MJF?
Nope.
Cassidy?
Nope.
Who else was a fucking pillar?
Cassidy wasn't a pillar, though, was he?
Oh, yeah, he should have been.
He should have been, but he wasn't.
It was Perry, Perry, MJF. I don't remember who the fucking pillars were. Because I remember that fucking... Because I remember we had that conversation. I was like, which Cassidy should have been in this shit? This is bullshit.
We saw both of them this weekend.
Did we? Oh, okay.
Both of the others, yeah.
Who the fuck was in that match? It was fucking MJF. Because he was the champion, right?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. So MJF, Jack Perry, Not Orange Cassidy. Dropped glass and who the fuck had a bus? Fuck, you got me. I can't remember it.
Coffin drop.
Oh,
Coffin drop through the glass. Hit by a bus. The four pillars of AEW were MJF, Sammy Guevara, Jack Perry,
Guevara, Darby Allin.
and Darby Allin.
Fuck! I couldn't. I don't know what it was up my brain there. I could not put that together. Man. All right. Your next one here. All right. Spike. North. Shot.
Edge?
Nope.
Oh, shit. Okay. Ethan Page.
No.
Josh Alexander.
Fuck! Yeah. C4 Spike, the North, and Call Your Shot, Gauntlet winner. Fuck.
Oh, did you see the ad from AEW tonight for Dynamite? The All-Star Tag Match. So on one side, they've got Kevin Knight, Speedball, so Jet Speed. They have it listed as Jet Speed. Then Bandito. And, who's the other one in that? It's an 8-man tag. Fuck, I forget. I think maybe, no, it's not Hobbs. Hang on a minute here. Anyway, on the other side, they've got Josh Alexander pictured with, okay, so Brody King is on the one side with Jet Speed and Bandito. And then the other side, it's Josh Alexander, Hechicero, and the Young Bucks. But check this. It's listed as Young Bucks, Hechicero, Young Bucks. So apparently Josh Alexander ate the Young Bucks apparently, and then regurgitated them so they could be in the match.
You had one job, man.
One job.
Man, I didn't think you'd get there that quick. Yeah.
Oh, it's just my turn then. Okay, so the next one.
Oh.
Beer. Shit. Lawnmower.
Oh, God. See, you made that seem like Adam Page, but then you threw in lawnmower.
Is that your guess?
Is it Adam Page?
It's Adam Page.
Where's lawnmower coming in?
Beer, cowboy shit. And remember when he was the drunk gimmick and he was trying to get money from, like, in Dark Order was helping him get money to get his lawnmower that he then gave them a ride on backstage?
Oh,
that stupid, great big lawnmower contraption. He had John Silver and Reynolds and Uno and fucking Grayson on there. Yeah, it was like prime lockdown Dynamites from Jacksonville. Like, here's this giant fucking lawnmower. Yeah.
Because I was like, that sounds like Adam Page, and he's doing lawnmower. I was like, okay, that's what he did. I was like, is it fucking Bray Wyatt?
And that's why I put lawnmower in there, was throw off.
Fuck me up, yeah. I was like,
and I had to Google too to make sure I was remembering correctly that happened, because I'm like, Hangman had a lawnmower and he was driving Dark Order around. I'm like, where was the golf cart? I'm like, no, Sammy Guevara got hit by a golf cart, but that wasn't.
When I was writing Josh Alexander, I wrote down Spike North, and I was trying to think of another word, and I was just like, that. Now by this point, I'm focusing on two different things. I'm like trying to watch the fucking death match and shit. So I was just like, so by this point, I'm like, what's another word I can use? And I was like, what was the name of that fucking group Ethan Page was in fucking AEW? And I was like, Men of the Year. I'll use year. And I was like, that's not Josh Alexander. So, all right, my last one here. I don't know. You're on it tonight. You might get this one. I don't know. Gold, cello, Leatherface.
Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah.
Global Force Gold.
Cello, because he had that match where he couldn't use a guitar, so he whipped out a cello. Face, he had that Texas Chainsaw Massacre death match where he won a Leatherface belt and shit.
So much for that Jeff Jarrett retirement storyline, eh, Tony Khan?
I know, right? Shit.
Good one. Okay, so like I say, you're either going to think this is hilarious or you're going to think I'm dumb as fuck.
Okay.
Last three words, Matt freaking Hardy.
Paul Heyman?
Yep. I thought of that this afternoon. I was like, oh, brilliant, yeah.
I got two words for you, Matt freaking Hardy.
Edge spits out his drink. Like, what the fuck?
He's holding a drink like 3, isn't it? Like, all right, so that was our games we like to play here. Now we're gonna get in. Let's do the speed rounds first, or somewhat speed rounds here.
These are my notes for Saturday night's main event. I just jotted down quick because I was like, I'm gonna forget if I don't.
Yeah, like I wanted to go back and take notes for him, because I was like, for Great American Bash, I definitely wanted to take notes, but then once time kept creeping up, I was just like, well, there went that.
I wish I hadn't have took notes on that one because it was kind of middle of the road all the way through, I thought. But
really, I didn't think so.
Yeah,
right,
I don't know.
Well, the first thing I want to note about Great American Bash, like, I understand that NXT is probably not on the same level as WWE in some people's eyes and shit like that, but like, what the fuck is this Pokemon pocket fucking arena they got NXT in?
Yeah.
They couldn't even put their goddamn announce table out there properly.
It was like shifted to the side. Like,
that's what was bothering me with that fucking arena. But anyway, they're kicking it off with Jasper Troy and Javon Evans, which didn't even know it was fucking happening.
Because they only made the match.
I didn't watch it, and I'm just like, oh, is this the pre-show match? And I'm like, no, this is part of the card. For a big man, little man match, it was serviceable. 3 stars.
I gave it 2.5. I thought that Jasper Troy should have won simply because he already lost his debut to Oba. Javon can take a pin, especially from a guy that looks like he ate Javon Evans. So that's where I'm like, that's my thing. Like,
but how many more fucking pinfalls can Javon Evans take before he's not formidable anymore?
It's kind of like the Rey Mysterio complex. You're always rooting for the little guy, even though he loses a lot.
I mean, I guess. I mean, maybe.
See, to me, Jasper Troy should have won that. Yeah, it was a surprise roll-up, whatever, and they did the thing later with Ricky Saints, but Jasper Troy is not going to beat Ricky Saints. Unless Ricky Saints is being called up soon, okay, that's fine. But they got to shit or get off the pot with Jasper Troy, I guess is what I'm trying to get to.
And they got to shit or get off the pot with Javon.
That's true, too. They have to do something with the two of them, and I don't know.
Going main event with Javon, then opening card. Main event, opening card. Fine.
Jasper Troy, they went main event right away. Here's your NXT title match. And I thought, I was like, this is like, because I thought Miles Bourne was going to do it. And then I thought, they might pull something here with Jasper, and then they didn't. And then I don't know. Yeah.
Next up, we had Sol Ruka and Izzy Dame, and I do have a note written next to this, but I'm going to bring up this note later because I know we usually do what's up your ass, but I have something up my ass. There's a note next to this one, a note next to the next one. Probably I have a note written somewhere. I don't know if it's AEW or Evolution, but I know I wrote a note somewhere that's going to trigger something, and it's going to fucking. But Sol Ruka, Izzy Dame, again, serviceable. I really didn't have any quarrels with it. It was Sol Ruka and Izzy Dame. Izzy Dame is somebody I didn't really fucking pay attention to. Now that they're actually putting her in a prominent light, she's doing okay. I'm really digging the storyline between Tatum Paxley and I'm digging that a lot. So as for the match, fucking 3-3. Wasn't there anything to be like, holy shit? It wasn't Kalani Jordan and Sol Ruka again. No. But it was serviceable.
Yeah, 3 stars. I was kind of thinking Izzy was going to win it, but then I thought, no, because Sol Ruka and Zarya aren't winning the 4-way tag title match. They're not winning. And Sol Ruka already lost on SmackDown. So I was like, there's not. Sol Ruka wins. And then when she did, it was fine. The Izzy and Tatum stuff I do really like, especially with like what they did on NXT this week too. I like what they're doing there, and that I think has a lot of potential. That has more potential than the culling itself, I think. Yeah, like that's where I'm at there.
Saints and Ethan Page, Falls Count Anywhere. This I wouldn't say I had low expectations for it, but I went into it like, okay, all right, Falls Count Anywhere, and again, my expectations went way higher than anticipated. But I will say there was a chair spot in here that happened at both AEW All In and here.
Yeah.
And when I have a note on it in All In, but like here, I saw this one. I was like, okay, that one beat the All In one. Mm-hmm. Like, damn, Ricky. Whew.
There was two at all.
Was there two of them?
Joe and Ospreay. Because remember, Ospreay.
No, I'm talking about the chairs back to
back.
That
one. Okay, yeah. Okay.
No, not the neck thing. No,
not the neck thing. All right.
But still, this was a lot of fun to watch. 4.5 stars.
4 stars for me on this one. I also like to at the beginning of the match, like at the beginning when Saints first entered, and when he did the pose, it was synced with the video wall. He hit that pose as the video wall did. I'm like, that either took some practice or that's a very happy accident. I admittedly wasn't expecting much from this. And when they added the Falls Count Anywhere, I'm like, this is the match you're making this Falls Count. Like, I mean, I thought maybe no DQ. I didn't think Falls Count Anywhere. Jasper Troy randomly showed up, which, okay, fine. But he had lost to Javon. And it's like, that's why I say you got to shit or get off the pot with him. Like, because before too long, he's just going to look like, well, he already looks like an idiot, but he's going to look like an even bigger idiot. You might as well send him to Evolve. And then what's the point of LFG? When Cutler James, who didn't win, who got fucking eliminated, he's in Dark State and on NXT and Impact every week. I don't know what they're doing with LFG. Yeah, no,
I honestly forgot Dark State was a thing.
At least they've been booking them right, though.
And you want to talk about forgetting something as a thing? We'll talk about that later.
And I like the Ego's edge through the table too, off the stage. Mm-hmm. That was fucking gnarly. I was like, whoa. So yeah,
no, the fucking chair into the fucking guardrail. Like, he did the chair spot, then he picked him up into the guardrail. That was fucking... Whew. How that was not a finish, I don't know. Those two matches, Sol Ruka and Izzy Dame, and this one, those are the two I fell asleep for. You know, and then I woke up, and I was... fuck, I fell asleep. I woke up, and I see fucking Yoshinki and Amora coming. I was like, fuck, yeah, main event time already. All right, man.
This wasn't even the main event.
Yeah, I found that out when I was... I couldn't believe that match main evented.
I
was dumbfounded.
I can understand why, because Oba versus Inamura is not main event, same as Oba versus Miles Bourne was not a main event.
I would have much rather. I think Oba and Yoshinki was a better fucking main event than.
I agree. It was a better match. Absolutely, it was. It was way better than it deserved to be, in my opinion. With the way they've made Inamura look.
Well, at first I was just like, fucking. But then once they did the build and everything, and I got your ass Wednesday, I'm like, all right, I guess I see why Briggs was out there. But I dug it, bro. 3 3/4. You know?
I gave 3.5. I was surprised by it, and like Inamura, the stuff with Inamura, like he's pretty good. Compared to how they booked him, as a team with Briggs, and now it's a triple threat for the belt next Tuesday. Briggs, Inamura, and Oba, which is probably when Briggs turns on Inamura, but it flowed solidly. Like there was no, even with Briggs and the honor stuff and that, like.
I thought the turn was going to happen there because once I saw the ref go down, I was just like,
yeah.
You know, but then you got the splash and got the phantom count, and I was like, okay. Then, like I said, I woke up and I was like, oh, man, that was the main event and everything. And then they're like, all right, next up, our main event. I'm like, beg pardon? Like, I didn't fall asleep for that?
Yeah.
Again, I have nothing against. Well, I have something against Blake Monroe, but I have nothing against nobody else in that fucking match. But I'm just like, why is this the main event? You know. And I love Jordan Grace, JC Jane, and fucking Fallon Henley, and I mean, to a degree, Blake Monroe doesn't bother me, but like, fucking, why? I had to change my score on this. I did have 2 3/4, but I changed it to 2.5 just because I'm kind of pissed off it was the main event.
2 a what?
2.5.
2.5. I've got it at 3. I didn't hate it. I didn't think it should have been main event. Now, with what happened at Evolution, I understand why they made it main event.
See, I thought it was going to happen. I thought it was going to happen there.
Yeah. See, that's where I would have.
And then, like, once Jordan at Evolution, we'll get to Evolution, but once Jordan was at Evolution, she was like, and she came out, I was like, ah.
Yeah, I knew as soon as she came out at Evolution, I'm like, yeah, this is happening. Now, Masha coming in, I liked. I really hope she wins at Slammiversary, but I don't know. I'm kind of thinking
I think it's going to be a schmoz. Nobody's going to win.
I don't know. I'm thinking Mike Santana's taking the TNA title, and JC Jane is going to take those other two. I take the winner take all. I think JC Jane, your Masha pinned JC Jane last night on NXT, and so I'm like, it depends on what they do on Impact. Yes, I could see a schmoz and Trick retaining the TNA title to do Trick versus AJ Styles, but again, I don't know. It's I love the fact that they chanted Muscle Muffin. I did enjoy that. That was a fucking highlight there, but yeah, no, I mean it was all right.
Yeah. I will say, there's been better NXT. I mean, even though it's not under the takeover name, but there's been better NXT takeovers. There's been worse.
And I do think the NXT main event scene on the men's side has been depleted quite a bit.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to find, some formidable people for Oba. I mean, again, nothing against Miles Bourne. He had a decent match with Oba, but again, it's kind of hard to find somebody to go toe to toe with.
Anamora, Briggs, Jasper Troy, like you got Ethan Page as North.
When you have somebody like an Andrade or like a Robert Roode or a Shinsuke as the NXT champion, you can put anybody against them, and it's like, oh shit, who might win this shit?
Even like shift Phoenix down to have matches with Oba or somebody that's not Andrade too.
But I'm just saying, when you have somebody like Oba and you put him up against a Yoshiki or a fucking Miles, you just look at it as just like fucking whatever, Oba wins.
Yeah.
Maybe they might surprise us like they did with JC and Becerra. Yeah. But like generally you look at Oba and you're like, okay, Oba wins, unless they really build it to like, Yeah. All right. That wasn't it for Saturday though, because Saturday they had Saturday night's main event, and this one.
Oh boy,
I have opinions on one of the things, but first match was actually Randy Orton being accompanied by musical artist Jelly Roll, taking on Drew McIntyre, being cornered by Logan Paul, and I don't know, they had 8 minutes. I don't know. I guess they did okay with their 8 minutes, 2.5.
I gave it 3. They did okay. Jelly Roll got the Claymore, and he sold it well.
He sold it like death.
Now, given that Jelly Roll has dropped 200 pounds and he's not as big as he used to be, and if he drops any more weight, is he going to change his name to something like Jelly Bean? Because how can he be Jelly Roll if he's not like Rolly? Portly, if you will.
Jelly Sandwich?
Ugh.
No? Okay.
Jelly Bean, I think, would be more appropriate.
Then we also had Solo Sikoa and Jimmy Uso, and I gave that 2 stars, and here's why. Because Jacob, let's live in we don't know wrestling's a work world for a minute. Jacob Fatu's in the back somewhere. He's mad at Solo and shit like that. He fucked him up and everything.
He sees Jimmy getting his ass kicked.
Yeah, Jimmy's out there. No, here's Jimmy getting his ass kicked by Solo in the ring and everything like that. Wouldn't fucking Jacob just be like, you know what? I should go out there and fuck Solo out of that title. Wouldn't that be like a logical solution to that? But instead, match goes on, Jimmy loses, then they're beating the shit out of him, and he's like, I'm gonna go out there.
Yeah,
once they fucking like had like fucking Jacob disappear for a week, and it's like, oh, Saturday night's main event, Solo and Jimmy. I was like, they're actually gonna fucking give it to Jimmy. They're just gonna pass this around the whole goddamn Samoan dynasty at this point. You know, Jacob Fletcher is gonna come out and fucking cost him the title, but they didn't do it, and I was just like, what?
The only thing I can think is that
I want to see a fucking Jimmy Uso U.S. title reign.
The only thing I can think is
that to be convinced that it was going to happen, and then he comes out after the match, and I'm like, what?
The only explanation I can possibly think of is that Jacob wanted Solo for himself and wanted to take the U.S. title back, and that's why he didn't help Jimmy win it. Not to fuck Solo, not to fuck Jimmy, but more to get it for himself.
That's good logic.
I also have written down MFT is such a strange fucking group. Like, the look of them. You got the big fucking Tala Tonga or Hikuleo, whatever you call him, Jeff Cobb, who looks like a fucking can of beans. He's built like a fucking... Like, look at the build of him. He looks like he's got no neck.
It's just like... But can of beans is kind of a... Okay.
It's just... I don't know, man. And Tonga Loa, which I don't think there's a single thing.
Is he the fucking? Yeah. Is he that one?
No, that's Tama Tonga.
Oh, that's the other one. Okay.
Yeah, and I think he's going to be with Jacob.
I don't know at this point.
I don't know. The MFT thing, I think, is stupid. They could have come up with a better name, because whether you say the MFT or my MFTs, you're saying my family tree.
Yeah.
And initially the term was motherfucking Tongan. So when you said my motherfucking Tongan, it made sense. Now it's my family tree, and it's like...
Well, even if they said my motherfucking Tongan, it would make sense, because there's two Samoans in the group. Or one Samoan.
There's a Samoan, a Hawaiian, and two Tongans.
Yeah, so it doesn't make sense with Tongans. Because there's only one.
No, there's two. There's Tongaloa and Talatonga.
Fucking, they're all brown. Okay? Fuck it.
Jeff Cobb isn't...
Well, kinda. He's glazed. He's Hawaiian. He's got that fucking brown glaze on him and shit. Like fucking my BT, my brown tree. Fucking.
He's like Jeff Cobb. Instead of can of beans, he's more like an overcooked brown and serve roll.
AKA a Hawaiian roll.
There, hey, yeah, there it is. King's Hawaiian. Not sponsored.
No shit. But yeah, but believe it or not, my problem is not with that. It's actually with this next match. Seth Rollins, LA Knight, which I did not rate because of the injury that Seth Rollins had. But here was my... did I watch this high? Was I high? Yeah, I was high watching, so this might be a little bit of high thinking. But Seth Rollins hurts his knee. He goes to the corner. They're talking. They're figuring out shit. My theory was because when Liv Morgan got hurt, camera stayed right on fucking Kairi Sane. Mm-hmm. You didn't see what the fuck was going on. You know, we stayed on Kairi. We went to commercial. We come back. Match is over. Liv's hurt. We're moving on. Here, fucking wide shot. We're looking at everything. Seth's laying there like, hey, I don't know fucking my knee, man. I don't know. We're seeing everything. So then when fucking Seth stands up, I thought it was going to be a ruse. Mm-hmm. I thought this was all a ruse, and then he walks right into the BFT, which I was just like, okay, LA Knight saw the ruse coming, BFT, he wins. And then you read all the fucking reports. Okay, fine. He's injured. They called an audible. I'm fine with that. Here's where I have a problem with it. Why is LA Knight still the job boy bitch? Why did he get jobbed out so fucking easily? He got no promo time on Monday. Everybody else got like a glimpse. Like you see fucking Braun and Penta on Monday, like, yeah, what's up? You know, you get Punk in the back. And, mm-hmm. You know, you get Jey Uso. You get nothing with LA Knight. You know, he gets no promo time. Like, I took out Seth Rollins, and now I'm coming for the rest of them.
He did do a promo.
That's for the people who don't have ads.
I'd wish you well, but I didn't get to hurt you, and
that's either online only or the people who don't have ads like us.
Right.
You know? But that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like they're blaming him for the fucking injury, and they're just like, all right, whatever we were doing with you, we're not doing it anymore because he's injured.
I'll say this. until Seth Rollins doesn't cash in at SummerSlam, I don't believe that this injury is as serious as what they're letting on. He has said he will stop at nothing to make sure that CM Punk is never the champion again. So either Braun cashes in for him or Seth cashes in, because Punk isn't. Punk's not beating Gunther. Like, Gunther is not retaining versus Punk. I really don't think, until Seth Rollins doesn't show up, I don't believe he's as hurt as what he's letting on. And that's the reason why they kept the camera on him.
Yeah, see, that was another thing. I'm like, they kept the camera on him and shit. And that was my thing. I was like, he was trying to do a ruse, and LA Knight saw it coming. Bam, BFT. Yeah. That was my whole thought. And then, like, once I came down, I was like, okay, I guess that was just my high thought, I guess.
And I don't know.
But then Monday came, and no promo time for the fucking no commercial people. For the commercial people, I say no promo time. No fucking redemption against Braun Breaker in the gauntlet. Yeah. No, Breaker pins him and then fucking nails him with a low blow and fucking sets him up for Punk. Nothing. Yeah. Like, and that's what fucking blows my mind with this, considering that he was just in a feud with him. Mm-hmm. You know? That's my issue with fucking Saturday Night's Main Event. But anyway, finally, we have Gunther defending the World Heavyweight Championship against Goldberg in his final matchup ever. In a match that probably had more time added to it because of LA Knight and stuff. A match that went, 14 minutes, they said?
Is this the longest ever Goldberg match that is, like, one-on-one? Because, like...
Is it?
I don't know.
I don't know. We're going to have to do some research on that. But given that, I will say, this is why I got 3 stars from it. One of the things I fucking hate the most is the goddamn barricade spot. Mm-hmm. You know, fucking somebody gets speared into the fucking barricade. Whoop-de-doo. This time they actually did it differently. I was actually impressed with it. Like, Goldberg went for the fucking barricade. Or no, Gunther went for the barricade. Goldberg rolls out of the way and tosses Gunther into it. I was like, see, all right, see, that's different. Now we're doing something different with the barricade and everything. I can get behind this and everything. And the fact that Goldberg went like 12 or 14 minutes, which I was expecting spear jackhammer winner.
Yeah, Rollins cash in.
You know, if that match
spear jackhammer winner cash in.
Yeah, well, I wasn't expecting cash in. I was expecting spear jackhammer. That's it. Thank you, Atlanta. You know, we'll see you next month. You know, but I will say overall, like, probably Saturday Night's Main Event was probably the one that I was just like, eh. Especially, it probably still would have been an but then once the fucking, like, they had no follow-up with LA Knight, I'm just like,
yeah.
You know?
I only gave a 2 to Gunther and Goldberg. It was just like, and that was better than what I anticipated.
I mean, that is true. It was better than I anticipated, but
it wasn't. And then now Goldberg apparently is pissed about getting cut off and whatever, and it's like, you're on network TV. They have cut off.
People said his speech got cut off. I was watching the replay, and like it was like Gunther tapped him out or put him to sleep. Goldberg's in the ring like about to get up. They show Gunther outside. Boom, credits. That's it. I didn't even get like the cutoff speech.
See, he didn't even see. He said maybe a sentence and it got cut off.
Oh, see, I didn't even get that.
Like, it went to, so after the match, it went to commercial break. Like, I was watching on YouTube. It's YouTube here. So it went to commercial. And then I was thinking, oh, it's done. And then it comes back. I'm like, what in the fuck? And like, here's like Ernest Miller and all these other randoms.
Man, it took me a second to realize that. I was like, is that fucking
Josh Barnett and fucking Doug Dillinger?
But I kept looking. I was like, that's not Ernest Miller. And somebody online said, hey, look, it's Ernest Miller. I was like, oh, I'll be damned. And the fact that they brought in Doug Dillinger to do the entrance and everything.
I liked that.
That was cool. Yeah.
That was cool.
They're like, Bill, it's time. I was like, they brought Doug Dillinger back and shit. That's dope. Yeah, all right. So that was Saturday Night's Main Event. Let's change it up a little bit. Let's peek in on AEW.
Boy.
Let's see what AEW is up to, because they had their WrestleMania of sorts, their big WrestleMania, which is All In. The Gunther smack Goldberg. Oh yeah, I will say Goldberg taking that chop and just, I'm like,
Nope.
I'd be on the floor.
Yep.
All right, so AEW All In, which was notorious for being a very long show, but that's fucking skipped.
The longest pay-per-view for wrestling ever. Eclipsing WrestleMania 35.
Wow.
Clocking in at very close to 6 hours.
Damn. All right. And the first match here is the Ops taking on the Death Riders Trios Tag Team titles, which I mentioned this to Nick, and like, regardless of whether it's AEW or Ring of Honor or like Lucha Libre, I can understand because that's kind of their thing. But like even Lucha Underground, when they had theirs, for other than the first champions, because they actually built that first champion storyline pretty good. I really don't care for 6-man titles. No, I like AEW. I really don't think needs them. Maybe ROH could use them.
ROH has Dustin Rhodes and the Von Erichs as their trios champions. I don't think they need them.
But like, I don't know. I just never really cared for them. You know, at least like in Lucha, like AAA and CMLL, at least like they have enough people to fucking pad that out. And plus, that's like their thing. So like, I don't really hold it against them. But like here, why? Anyway, first note I have: where is Orange Cassidy?
Good question.
Yeah. Okay. Why is Gabe Kidd so white? This is my first exposure to Gabe Kidd.
He kind of looks like a skinnier Lars Sullivan.
Yeah, but Lars Sullivan at least had a tan.
Come on. You call that a tan? Jeez, he was pasty too.
You're not as pasty as this motherfucker.
Well, I guess.
This motherfucker could almost be Whitey and me, myself, and Irene.
Here's a deep cut.
Oh, yeah. Shibata was just standing, just minding his business, standing on the apron, and bam, drop kick from Claudio. Yeah.
It's funny. I have, so like, the way I do notes, like I write what match it is, who's in it, and then I start the notes. So I have it as Shibata as like the match, but then all through my notes, I have written him down as Shapoopy.
As what?
Shapoopy.
Shapoopy. Okay. I did like the mid-air power slam from Hobbs. I thought that was good. And the bottom rope rebound by Yuta. I like that. And then it just came to my fucking attention that I don't like Gabe Kidd.
Yeah, no, I don't see what the...
With this first match, I was just like, this is going to be like Double or Nothing again. I was like, this is not promising. So I gave it 2 3/4.
I gave it 3.25, but I was like, at that, like when I watched this after Saturday Night's main event. So I'd already watched the Great American Bash. I'd already watched Saturday Night's main event. And I'm like, if that's what they're starting with, I don't know about this.
That's what I was
I don't.
Then they fucking Pillmanize fucking Samoa Joe. And I'm just like, all right, I guess. Next up, we have the Casino Gauntlet, which I don't know how I feel about this match. Like the concept.
Yeah.
You know, like on one side, it's like, okay, that's interesting. More people can come out and everything. That's cool. And the match ends once somebody's pinned. But like the other end, it's just like, I don't know. Because my note is, how does the draw work? Because in theory...
Yeah.
Okay, so like in theory, let's say me and you are a tag team. Okay? And I draw 3 and you draw 4. All right? And you're like, you know what, artist? You should win that match. So I go out as number 3 whenever the fuck I want, apparently. You can just hold off everybody by saying, like, I'm not going out.
Yeah.
Because apparently the next person can't come out until somebody comes out.
Well, and that's another thing, too. So if it's no DQ, then why wouldn't the first or second entrant beat the fuck out of the other one with a chair and pinned him before anybody else could come out? Like, what? It just doesn't...
You know, like, I'm just, you know, that's the thing with the draw. It's just like, well, fucking couldn't somebody just hold that fucking crowd hostage somehow?
The whole concept... Now, let me actually look, because I'm not sure if I rated the women's better than this one, or if I rated...
I don't think I did.
Okay, I wrote. Oh no, I rated the women's better. Yes, that's right. I rated the women's better.
Did you?
This one, yes. This one to me, it had its moments, but it was for the most part a clusterfuck. I only gave it 3 stars. Like it was for the most part a clusterfuck. MJF was the right winner, but the concept of it, like I say, why wouldn't MJF and the Hurt Syndicate just beat the fuck out of everybody? If you want to have a couple come out, why wouldn't Lashley and Benjamin just come out, beat the rest of them up, have MJF pin Mark Briscoe like he did? Well, no, he pinned Roddy Strong.
Yeah.
Okay, so he can still pin one of the lower totem pole guys. You know he's not going to win anyway. Like it just didn't make sense. Like especially when you had the Guns and you had fucking who else came out there? There was another interference point, I think. Leona and Khan. They came out for Ricochet. And then, yeah, like that's the thing. It's like, okay, so where's I don't know. Yeah, again, 3, and if I get any more flustered about it, I'm going to drop it. So.
I will say I do like the arm drag that MJF does. He does the arm drag, then he flips the person into the turnbuckle. I dig that. That's when I wrote down, how does the draw work? You know? Oh yeah, the fucking Bandito 1-arm press slam. I thought was pretty good. What the fuck is this music that Mystico came out to? Like what? I have another great fucking Mystico note later. Hold on. Why hasn't MJF fucking hit him yet?
Yeah.
Mystico comes out, fucking MJF's like, oh fuck, it's him again. Music's playing, the fucking crowd standing there. MJF is just like, yeah, it's okay. Like, and then finally, like, Mystico flying all over the ring, doing, and I'm just like, hard to believe that this guy is saying, as I'm writing that, like, hard to believe this guy was saying, he falls off the top rope, and I'm like, there it is. I was just like, hard to believe this guy was saying car, and then, but boom, he stumbles off the top rope.
I read that WWE is interested in bringing Mystico back, and I'm like, do you not remember what happened the first time?
I know.
You put a different guy under the mask and fired him. Like, I don't. What? Oh no!
It was just so serendipitous. I'm like, hard to believe this guy was Sin Cara, and he goes for that running dive over the top rope, but he stands on the top rope, then jumps off. I was like, there it is. There's the Sin Cara we know and love. You know. Let's see. Nice reverse Frankensteiner from Bowers. Hell of a knee combo from Josh and Takashita. Other than that, like fucking, yeah, it was a clusterfuck. I mean, there was a bunch of spots thrown in there. It was a spot fest, essentially. This is a match that, like, I can kind of see why Jim gets so upset.
Yeah.
You know, 3.25 for this one.
I actually just dropped my rating for the women because I remember shit that happened that I didn't have marked down, and I'm like, oh fuck. Like, no.
I was trying not to make you fucking drop that score too, because the women's one's lower than that. I did not enjoy
There's holy shit. Just thinking about some of the shit in the women's, like at one point, like the feed froze on mine, and then when it came back like 30 seconds later, there was like 4 more people in there. I'm like, what in the fuck just happened? Trying to keep up with who's there. Like Amanada shows up. I'm like, when the fuck did she get here?
And that's another thing, like the time intervals. It's just like, apparently you can pick when you come out. Like, why would somebody come out when like everybody's standing in the ring fighting?
Yeah, like why would? Yeah, no, exactly. Like, what? And again, if you're going to, why don't you have a chair or a kendo stick so you could beat some people with it? Like, I don't. What?
Yeah,
it's a TNA concept without TNA booking it. Basically, like. That's shit you would see in Vince Russo TNA.
Yeah, pretty much. Next up was supposed to be Adam Cole and Kyle Fletcher, but Adam Cole might be, dead.
I see, and I'm glad if it is just concussion, as terrible as it is, I'm glad that it's just that. But the way he made it sound, it was like, you got the big C, brother, and you don't know if you're going to make it. That's how he made it sound to me.
Oh, it might be cancer?
That's what I was thinking. But apparently it's just a severe concussion as a result of that bump from Kyle Fletcher a few weeks ago.
Oh, man.
When he landed on the back of his head on the apron, when he did Fletcher did like the buckle bomb style power bomb.
Mm-hmm.
And the back of Cole's head went like that off the apron, like this, like the rail. Or not the rail, but like the
maybe
the
he's got the fucking Bret Hart thing, the constant, whatever it's called. But instead, we get Dustin Rhodes, Kyle Fletcher, Sammy Guevara, and Daniel Garcia. And is it me or is fucking Daniel Garcia not really trying with the dance anymore?
See, I think the reason for that is because he's trying to get away from, well, he even said it in a promo. He's trying to get away from the gimmick. He wants to show who he really is. And that's why there's just the quick little thing at the start there, which I'm fine with because I hated that goofy fucking dance and it still bothers me. He does it during the entrance, but I don't watch AEW enough to get real bothered by it. So.
And like the homeboy that comes out with him, what's his name? Cool Daddy?
Matt Menard, Daddy Magic. Matt Menard.
Daddy Magic. Why the fuck? Oh my God. Please, no, never again.
He's really fucking goofy looking.
Oh my God. Fucking goofy looking, man. Like every time he spoke on commentary, I'm like, shut up. You are not adding anything to this. Dustin with a destroyer and a crossroads, and it wasn't a finish? Question mark?
That I was like, see, and that's where, like, that's what started making me think of Cornette. And I think, is it the next one that's the tag match? Yes. Yeah. That one especially, I was like, I completely get Jim Cornette now. And yeah, I think you know what spot I'm talking about. The Bucks and Swerve and Ospreay. When it's just like,
yeah. I haven't known about all this shit. I was like, I haven't known about it. Yeah. And again, much like every AEW show, I know Nick's gonna disagree with me, but I thought Aubrey looked good tonight. This is when I finally noticed.
I don't understand.
She's not wearing that much of the makeup anymore.
I still don't understand. I'm sorry. And I mean, and if there's any females watching, I don't mean to sound offensive by this, but she looks like a foot. This is not. Like, I don't know. I don't know what you see, man. I really don't.
Looks like a foot.
Maybe that does sound offensive. I don't know.
I don't know if it sounds offensive. It just sounds fucking weird. All right, whatever. Anyway, the 4-way, I didn't really feel it. I understand. Brian Zane from Wrestling with Regret said it best. Usually when somebody goes off the card, you usually want to give them like a happy moment, in place of it and shit like that. I disagree with this one. I thought for sure, all right, whatever they replace this match with, they're just going to give it to Kyle Fletcher. Yeah. Boy, was I wrong. I like that they gave Dustin this moment. But the match, I just fucking did not they probably had to call some shit on the fly and everything like that, but like, I don't know, it just didn't work for me. 2 stars.
I gave it 3 stars. It was fine. I thought, like, when they announced it was the 4-way, I was like, okay, so they've put the other 3 in there to basically make sure that Fletcher looks good as they're trying to build him up. And that's what I was saying. They're trying to make sure Fletcher looks good. He's winning. That's all there is to it. And it's funny, another buddy of mine messaged me. He's like, I'd love to see Dustin win this. I'm like, see, it's going to be Fletcher. He's like, I know, I just love to see Dustin win. And then Dustin did. I'm like, well, I'll be damned. They did it. I don't think he holds it long, really. I think Fletcher ends up with it anyway. And if that's going to be the case, I mean, I get doing it in Texas, but at the same time, you're kind of cheapening Fletcher winning his first singles title by just passing it along. So, yeah.
Yeah, like if it were me, I would just fucking give it to Fletcher anyway, regardless. Yeah. I know
it's Fletcher, Pin Garcia, and call it a night. Like,
yeah, I know it's not the happy moment that people would have wanted, but I would have just gave it to him. All right, next up is the tag match that Nick alluded to. The Young Bucks, Matthew and Nicholas taking on Swerve and Will Ospreay. And is Swerve dressed like Boy George?
I don't know, but I loved JoJo singing Ain't Nobody. I wish it was Chaka Khan, but the call back to Swerve on the Indies and Ain't Nobody as his entrance, I was just like, this is fucking great.
Nice got a payday, but I skipped it.
And I like the fireflies on the back too.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
And it like they flew into like the main like moth or firefly or whatever. I liked that. The Young Bucks entrance, fuck. What?
Skipped it. Man, I had to skip so much of that entrance. I was so fucking mad. I'm like, when does the match
Between
start?
Ospreay and Swerve's entrances, and I mean, they use the Assassin's Creed thing again for Ospreay. I'm like, again? Really?
Maybe he's a big fan.
I guess. And then the Young Bucks, that was, fuck, here we go. 20 minutes of fucking entrances. Like, come on, really?
I skipped them and I knew that was...
No, it was 21 minutes. It was 21 minutes because I have it written here. So it goes from for fuck's sakes, a ship really sigh, stupid speech, 21 minutes of entrances, and then the Bucks with advantage to start. And I'm like, fuck. And then from there, it just... the spot where... So it was Hidden Blade from Ospreay, and then it was Bang for Your Buck. No, they hit the Hidden Blade, and then there was Bang for Your Buck. Ospreay kicked out. EVP trigger. Swerve broke the fall. Ospreay, and then Hidden Blade to Swerve. And there was the kick out, and then kick out. Every finisher, I think, was kicked out of multiple times. That wasn't even the spot I'm talking about. Where is that? Okay. So at the top of that page, I have fuck the frequent flippy kicky shit. Let's not sell anything. And that's when they did the first stereo house call Hidden Blade, I think. Yes. That was the first. Yeah, okay. That was the first stereo because Swerve did the house call and then Ospreay did the Hidden Blade. That was the first time. And then I was just like, I didn't like how they use the Styles Clash and then it was a kick out. It's just like way to cheapen AJ Styles' finisher. I like Taz saying Yambe Yahtzee. That was funny. With the exception of the super stupid long entrances, with the exception of Swerve, and the frequent flippy kicky shit, I gave this 4 stars because I liked the overall pace of it. It was a little fucking long, and the flippy kicky shit, I was just like, you're getting me really close to saying fuck this, but I liked the result. Yeah, 4 for this one.
All right.
Yeah.
I wrote down is Swerve dressed as Boy George because I don't know, he had like the guy liner and I don't know. I just kept looking at him like Boy George. The Swanton on the ropes and the apron I thought was pretty cool. Oh yeah, why are you flipping when you can tag? I think like fucking like Will Ospreay, I think, did a roll through. Yeah. Oh no, that's what it was. Like he was trying to get to the tag and Bucks cut him off, and then like they went for like a double, and like he flipped through and landed on his feet. I was like, oh okay, now he can get the tag, but then he rolled through, fucking off the ropes, clothesline, double down, then he's crawling for the tag. I'm like, why didn't you just go for the fucking tag when you landed on your feet? You know, good stomp and powerbomb combo. I thought that was pretty cool. 1 Styles Clash? No. 2? No. Good save from Nick. I like the tag saves. They're good. Good save from Nick after the stomp is what I wrote. Yeah, and I just wrote, it's funny that you mentioned it because I just wrote down Yambag Yahtzee. That's all I wrote down. Meltzer Driver I wrote down. I don't like that it's called the TK Driver anymore. I know why it's called that, but I like Meltzer Driver better.
Yeah.
I wrote down nice EVP sequence. Oh, yeah, that's right. When they went for the EVP, he caught him. He like rolled through, did a backflip. They caught him again and shit. Pretty cool. And I think after... Yeah, I think they hit him with the EVP, then the bang for your buck, the moonsault, and he kicked out. I was like, so Will Ospreay's a fucking Terminator now? Like, what? And I did like when fucking they were about to hit him with, like, Matthew or Nicholas, whatever one it was. They were about to hit him with the finish, and he just did that subtle fucking reach for the tag, even though there was nobody there. He was just like, and then they fucking hit him with it. I've always been a Young Bucks kind of fan. I've always enjoyed their work. Although this one was kind of like you've heard one song, you've heard them all. You know, they did kind of change it up a little bit, doing the Meltzer Driver on the outside and all that bullshit. 3 3/4. I went lower than you on this. I'm shocked.
Fair. I'm kind of surprised by that.
Me too. Once you said 4, I was like,
yeah.
You know? Now I will say for the tag 3-way, Tony and Mercedes, which I watched Todd because I really wanted to watch it. I only have 2 notes for that. And Kenny and Okada, I don't have any fucking notes for. I just wrote down ratings. But Women's Gauntlet. I really wish Chris would go back to being an alien.
Yeah.
Okay. Why did I wrote down different moonsault by Chris? I don't know why I wrote that. I don't know. Oh yeah, Willow stood there for like Bane was going for a clothesline, and Willow stood there for like a good fucking, I don't know, 5 fucking business days. Like fucking Megan Bane to come get this fucking clothesline. I was like, Jesus Christ, man. Oh yeah, and Tay Mello, man, she did this like weird reversal. It was like a reversal, but it seemed like she almost broke somebody's goddamn neck. I'm like, what the fuck was that reversal?
Yeah.
Tay looks terrible with dark hair. Fucking go back to blonde, please. Tombstones, angle slams aplenty tonight. I swear, that's all I saw tonight was like fucking angle slams.
Yeah, they did a lot of that. There's a lot of topes.
Yeah. Well, topes don't really bother me, but fucking. I will say I like the finish, but overall, like fucking, it was just, I don't know. This match just seemed like it could have been pre-show.
So
2 3/4.
I gave it 3, and that's down from 3.5. And the reason why I dropped it is because, let's see. It went from Tekla came out after Ty Mello. She was at 4, and then it started getting fucky after Ty because Anna Jay comes out, fucking Harley Cameron shows up. Then Tekla comes out, and this is where we get fucked because next I have Julia Hart at 6, but by this time, like Sky Blue's in there, Mina Shirakawa shows up, fucking Queen Aminata showed up somewhere in here as well as Athena, and then I didn't know if Sky Blue or Julia Hart were the one in the match. Seems like they didn't either.
I know. Sky Blue was just doing all sorts of shit.
And then, like, the last 2, they're like, Shiori. I'm like, who the fuck is this? And the only reason I knew who Alex Windsor was is because she's married to Will Ospreay. And that's another thing. If Will Ospreay was so worried about being with his wife, who is now working for the same company, why couldn't he have signed with WWE then and got her a job there?
Because he doesn't like WWE.
Well, no, but part of the reason why he signed with AEW was so that he could fly back and forth to England every week, and now his wife is there too. So what the fuck was the point then?
I will say when Alex Windsor, I don't know who Alex Windsor is, but like when her name popped up, I was like, great, a fucking Harry Potter gimmick, awesome. But he came out, and I was like, oh, okay, that's not her thing. Because go back and look at the Titantron. It looks like fucking Harry Potter.
Yeah.
So when she came out in like the fucking One Piece and everything, I was like, oh, that's not her thing. Okay. I was expecting her to come out in a fucking cape and a wand and fucking shit, I was kind of disappointed. I was like, all right, I guess.
I was pleasantly surprised that Athena won. And because like when she won, now granted, I had seen that she won. Like I saw the results before I watched it. So when I saw she won, I was like, oh fuck, they're gonna take it off Toni Storm. I thought for sure they were gonna have Mercedes win because Athena won the gauntlet, whatever the fuck it is. Much to my surprise.
Would you give this match?
3.
3, okay. Next up, we have a tag team 3-way for the AEW World Tag Team Championship. The Hurt Syndicate of Shelton Benjamin and Rob taking on Speed Knight. Yeah, whatever. And the Patriarchy, which okay. I don't know. I didn't write down any notes for this. It was there. At this point, like I'm fucking like 12 hours deep into wrestling. So
the
like
rappers rapping over the track were out of sync with it, so it kind of fucked up the sound because the lyrics are playing and they're singing after, so it's like a fucking bad dub.
Yeah.
Let me see. MVP trying to rap is always funny to me because it's just like, okay, dude, seriously. FTR was very distracting on commentary. I think them on commentary took away from what the match
They were
was
better than
trying to
fucking
do.
Daddy Magic.
Yes.
They were at least funny.
They
kept referring to like, they're like, man, they keep doing all this flippy stuff that we're known for. Tony Schiavone's just like, yeah, y'all do all that flippy stuff.
The match itself was, to me, I gave it 3.5. It was fine to me. Like, there wasn't anything. I wasn't surprised the Hurt Syndicate retained. The post-match with Christian and fucking FTR and the Patriarchy turn and then Edge. And I'm like, well, Edge joins the, I'm going to be late for the Save Club because I got to hit my pyro and I got to do the crowd spot and all this other shit. It's just like, what? And they're just all, the 5-6 of them are just standing there waiting. I'm like, what are you doing? The same with Penta doing the strut. The same with Jeff Hardy. Like, oh yeah, like brother's getting the shit kicked out of him in the ring. I just stopped to dance. Like, come on, really? And again, the pyro. How much money did they possibly need to spend on that amount of pyro?
Edge is like, I got to get to the ring, and Tony's like, no. We spent a fuck ton on pyro. We
spent $25,000 on your pyro alone, so you have to hit that pyro. All right, I guess.
Fuck.
Damn it, Tony, what the fuck? Tony's over here doing lines, just like, do it. It's gonna be awesome.
I gave it 3 stars. It was there. All right, next up, one of the most hotly anticipated matches of the night. Toni Storm defending the AEW Women's Championship against Mercedes Moné. Mercedes trying to be 7 belts Moné here tonight. I watched this while I was high because somebody told me the result, and I was like, oh, I gotta fucking see this. Went and watched it, loved it. The only problem I have with it is Mercedes. I don't know if this is something she's always done and I've never fucking noticed it, or was she doing this because she was mad she was losing tonight or something, but like her fucking kickouts weren't fucking kickouts.
No, yeah.
Every time she had to fucking kick out tonight, it was just 1, 2.
Yeah.
It wasn't a fucking, she had no oomph in it and shit. It was just 1, 2. And that was kind of fucking irritating me because, like, I don't know if she was just doing it because that's something she's always fucking done and I've never noticed it and I just noticed it now. Or was she doing it to fucking disrespect Toni Storm? Or I don't know. And the other thing was, how was a triple Storm 0 not to finish?
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
Other than that, I really liked it. I 4.5.
I gave it 4. Now, here's what I'll say though. The timeless Toni Storm gimmick, I think, would be a little bit better, especially now if she toned down the sexual references, because there's just too much of it. I don't understand what the audience is, and Jim and Brian have talked about this. Who is the audience for this perverted black and white movie star? But I just don't. Literal sexual assault, and that's fine because it's in a wrestling match.
All she did was kiss her.
The 69 spot?
Oh, that one. Yeah. Well, to be fair, it wasn't a 69. A 69 is when you lick somebody.
Okay, it was a pile driver.
Not when you bite somebody.
But that still, to me, it doesn't belong. The timeless gimmick.
Like if I came to your house and pulled down your pants and bit your dick, would you say I gave you a blowjob, or would you say I bit your dick?
It's still assault. I mean, I've had. If you've ever had, the teeth, when the teeth come into play, it's not so nice. That's usually the end of the amorous activities for the evening. Damn, wait, I don't care if it's an accident. You don't do that. What? So I was just, that stuff, when the timeless gimmick first started, there wasn't the heavy reliance on this all this perversion shit. It was just like, here's this delusional woman who thinks she's a silent film star. Oh, great, perfect. And when they brought fucking Mankiewicz or whatever his name is from TCM and all that shit. That was great. When this stuff started, I was like, we didn't need this. Yeah, the Triple Storm Zero, I was like, come on, does everybody need to kick out of finishers? I did like, despite the perversion stuff I don't like overall, I did like that last kiss to Mercedes before the top rope Storm Zero. I liked that. And then I popped big time when Tony won, even though I knew she won. Like, I popped. I was like, yes, they didn't give it to Mercedes.
I was about to say, I was shocked when she kicked out of the Triple Storm Zero, even though I know who won.
Right.
Because I was like, I thought that was the finish. I was like, 3 of them, fucking, that's it. But going back, like, in all seriousness, I think the biting thing, the biting 69, whatever you want to fucking call, I don't fucking, I really didn't think it. I look past it as like a comedy bit. Maybe not a good comedy bit, but a comedy bit nonetheless.
I can't even look at it as that, especially because, like, it doesn't fit the nature of the gimmick.
Now, if Sasha comes out like 5 years later and says I was harassed and bitten in the pussy, then I'll probably have a different fucking opinion of it. You know, I'll be like, it's a fucking bit. You agreed to it, you know.
Yeah.
It was against her will, and then we'll probably have different words. But right now, it's a fucking bit.
So I just don't think the timeless gimmick needs as much of it as there is. I just don't. There's enough within the gimmick concept itself that you don't have to include this stuff just to get people being like, oh, she actually said that, or she actually did that. Like,
yeah. How old were you when you realized she was saying slop tards and not slut tards? I had no idea until like fucking, I think when Thunder Tits happened is when like fucking
Thunder Tits.
It's Thunderstorm, not anymore. Buckle in.
Yeah.
Well, like when that happened is when I was like, oh, she's saying slop tarts. I thought she was saying slut tarts this whole time. You know, but all right. But yeah, other than those two things, I thought this was great. That's why I had to give it 4.5 because those fucking kickouts were pissing me off. You know, Triple Storm Zero, and you're like, which that I can kind of understand. I lifting the fucking elbow, but she did like one Storm Zero, and she does fucking, and it pissed me off.
There's another thing I wanted to mention here because it was in this. Was it in this one? What match was it? Or was it the next one?
We only have 2 matches left, so
there was a match where. Oh no, it wasn't. It was the. Wherever fucking Excalibur said that they're not ropes, they're high tension power cables or something. I was like, what the fuck, man?
I remember him saying that, yeah.
Or was that the main event? Wherever it was, I was like, are you kidding me? Like, I can't stand him on commentary anyway, but when you say shit like that, it's like, come on, man. Like, high tension power can fucking jack.
Well, not power cables, I think.
Not power, high tension something cables.
But that's what they are, though.
Yes, but come on, you don't have to say it. We fucking know. High tension steel cables. No, like I have that written down, and then I have "fuck off" sock face next to it because it just no.
You would rather fucking. I'm sorry, but there are so many other people I would fucking not want to listen to, and Excalibur is like.
I think the AEW announced team should be Ian Riccaboni and Nigel McGuinness. Just those two.
Yeah, I will say I don't like the rotating throughout the venue. We started with Nigel, then threw Taz in there.
And then JR. Well, and then JR at one point, he zones out. You can tell he's visibly zoned out. He's looking this way. Excalibur and Taz are both looking at the camera. JR's just like, I'm like,
I got a fucking great
I was like, he's got to be fucking high.
I got a great JR thing later for the main event, but I'll wait. But next up, we have the unification match, which I think Tony Khan doesn't understand what unification means.
So the titles are unified, but can still be defended separately. And if the champion enters the Continental Tournament, if he loses the belt. And so you make a new title with a side plate for Omega and a side plate for Okada. For what?
Well, that was maybe just for the night, you know?
No, it's supposed to be that Okada now is carrying all 3.
But I'm saying like the side plates are probably just sort of nice because we didn't know who was going to win.
I don't know.
We didn't know who was going to win. So
at this point, I'm not so certain because of the other dumb fuck stuff they do.
Did you hear about the tag titles that they have sitting on
the father and son tag titles? They had one team, which wasn't even like Christian Cage and Nick Wayne, and then so what were you going to put Billy and Anthony Bowens in there? Or?
Billy.
Like it just what could you have possibly done with father and son tag team titles? I don't what. And that's how much Tony Khan has to waste. Apparently, when you spend that much on pyro
and cocaine,
well, gotta love the booger sugar.
Yeah. But Kenny and Okada, I will say, long story short on this one, it was not as good as their previous encounters.
Yeah, I gave it 3.5. Not as good.
I did 4.
I thought Kenny should have won. I still don't understand why Okada isn't with the Elite anymore. And
because he's off doing he fucking got 3 belts to defend.
He's in the Don Callis family, though.
That's true too.
And
I hate that goddamn name, by the way. The Don Callis family. Why isn't it the Callis Collection? I don't understand.
Callis Collective?
Yeah,
Callis Coalition.
Coalition.
And let's add everybody at this point. Because who is it now? You've got Fletcher, Take a Shit, Mark Davis, Rocky Romero, Trent Beretta, Josh Alexander, Lance Archer, Brian Cage, Okada, Hechicero. You've got 10 guys.
It's the new Heenan family. Remember when the Heenan family had like fucking...
But at least they were doing something with all of them. It's not just random fucking tag match here and random group match here, and we're not even going to put you with your teammates here. And it's like...
That's another thing I'm getting annoyed with AEW. Why do they keep doing so many like X matches for like amounts of money? Like, okay. Anyway.
The alleged creative team needs to be a little bit more creative.
I know. I mean, I guess that shit worked when you were doing 4.5-hour shows on TNT, but now you're back to normal and you're doing $100,000 4-way. Okay.
Well, for Mark Briscoe, he's got to diversify his portfolio, right?
Yeah. So. All right. So not a lot to say about Kenny and Okada. 4 stars for me. It was serviceable, of course, but not like go watch their first one. Nothing will ever top their first one. All right, main event time. Texas Death Match. Jon Moxley, Hangman Adam Page.
Within 5 minutes, Mox was bleeding. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
I'm surprised.
Within 5 minutes, and it was by way of a fork. And I at one point have it noted, with the amount of blood that is traded between people in this company, how is there not like a hepatitis outbreak or something? Like, I swear there was blood transactions between Mox and Hangman, Claudio and Hangman, Yuta and Hangman, Marina and Hangman, Brian and whoever. I'm like, what are we doing here?
Well, at least nobody drank blood this time.
They might as well have.
Well, yeah.
And then Mox like rolls into the glass. I'm like, what? Why would you roll the other way? Voluntarily roll into. I just see. There was way too much blood. There were some spots I was like, this is fucking gross. But I loved the way they tied all the stories together, especially the Hangman stuff. Like Nana, like out from behind with the handcuffs to Marina on the thing. I was like, who the fuck was that? And here's Nana doing this. That's fucking brilliant. That was fucking great. I gave it 4 stars for the story. And like, yeah, it was a ton of interference, but it all made sense. Like it all, like even Darby's promo from Mount Everest, and here he is at the very fucking top. I'm like, I hope that cable doesn't give way, or else that's not good. I mean, it just, I don't think they needed the bed of nails, or the forks, or the glass. Just oof. Yeah, I don't. I'm surprised at myself for giving it 4 simply because I hate the level they go to with this shit. But again, the way they tied everybody in there, Ospreay, Bryan, and Swerve, and all that stuff, that's what takes it up to 4. If it hadn't been for that, I probably would have given it a 2.
Wow, really? Okay. Jim Ross says, I remember every Texas death match I've ever called, and Taz, no hesitation. Really?
Yeah.
I was like, damn.
Yeah.
Damn, just call him out like that, man. Like, fuck, dude.
Really?
Where the fuck did Hangman get a fork?
Like,
it's Moxley. He's gonna have something that's gonna make you bleed. But then all of a sudden he turns around, like he goes for the stab. You know, he doesn't get it. All of a sudden turns around and there's Hangman. I'm like, where did he get a fork?
And commentary made it sound like, oh, Hangman knew the Mox was gonna have a fork. I'm like, how the what?
Well,
they just both decided to grab a fork from catering. Oh, this will be dope. Like, come on, man. Like,
oh yeah. So John Moxley's on the floor. And he walks over to the security guy, and he's like, "Oh, get up!" And he grabs the chair, and throws it to the side, and then he goes over and gets a barbed wire chair. I'm like, "Why did he make him get up?" I'm like, "Why did John want the security's chair if he wasn't going to use it?" Like,
I didn't understand why they set up a table when on the other side of the ring were 2 barbed wire tables. Why are you going for a plain Jane table? Well, you've got. I mean, you already tossed the chair for the barbed wire chair.
Back in Tony Storm and Mercedes, there was "Let's go Tony," "Let's go CEO," or whatever the fucking chant is they did. There was dueling chants. Here, they're like after that fucking chair thing, you could literally hear 2 people in this fucking arena. "Let's go Moxley," and there was nobody fucking. Nobody. You could hear like a smattering of people saying "Cowboy shit" back, but these 2 people. I got to hand it to him, man. There were some Moxley fans. They were trying to get a chant going. Couldn't do it. You know what wrestling does need, though? We need more "you sick fuck" chants.
I do like the
I don't know what it is about that chant, but I like it.
It really kind of adds to the disgusting spot.
Mm-hmm.
Like Rick and Barb, whatever they did it for, I do like the "you sick fuck" chant because it adds to.
It was for the glass, I think. I think it was for glass.
It might have been the Deadeye end of the glass.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah. That chair bump, like I said, where they put the chairs together. And she's like, nope. No thanks.
Yeah, that was a hoe.
Oh yeah, Okay, so the rules of the match, from what I gathered, no pinfall, submission. They said knockout, but a 10 count. Standing 10 count. So at one point, like fucking the ref is counting Mox. 1, 2. Here comes fucking the Death Riders. Here comes Ospreay. They're beating the shit out of Ospreay. Mox is still down.
And the count is still at 4.
And the ref is out here going, yeah, I'm like, Mox is done lost. This match is done.
Yeah.
Why is the ref caring about this?
Yeah.
And Tony said, Tony had the audacity. Tony fucking Schiavone, God love him, but Tony Schiavone had the audacity to say, we didn't know how much blood there would be. Like, really?
Yeah.
You think John Moxley wrestled
what? Like,
how many times? I'm surprised John Moxley doesn't just blade at the goddamn entrance anymore.
Yeah, we didn't know how much blood there would be. Dude, it was 5 minutes in, not even. Like, are you kidding?
Hell of a Death Rider on the chair. That was a fucking good spot. I like that. Mox has a great I'm shocked heel face. You know, when Darby Allin showed up and he turned around and saw him, that was fucking, I don't know what it is. He has a great face. I did like the finish with the choke, and I did like how Moxley did got that arm right there where everybody could fucking see it, and then got that tap in there. That was good. I did like the finish. I gave it 4 1/4. This show was a fucking hell of a lot easier to sit through than fucking Double or Nothing, and this was long. This was a longer show. You know,
I think it helped breaking it up into pieces though, because I don't.
Maybe that was it. Well, yeah, because I watched pretty much all of it in one sitting, except for the main event. Once I got to the main event, I was like, I'll watch fucking rest tomorrow.
Like, I watched, the way it went for me, I watched the first 2 matches on Saturday. I took a break Sunday knowing I had Evolution that night because I was like, I need to do notes. Like, so then I watched Evolution, and then I watched, what did I watch? I watched the
Great American
the
Bash?
next 2 matches because I watched the Great American Bash live and I watched Saturday night's main event live. So then I watched the first 2 matches after that, and then took a break Sunday until after Evolution, watched the next 2. Then I watched 2 on Monday. Then I watched 2 yesterday, and I watched the last one today. I think is how it went. Maybe I watched 3 yesterday. I don't know.
think I watched, what's today? Wednesday? So yeah. I watched all of fucking AEW up until the main event yesterday. Great American Bash, I was watching that day until I fell asleep. I caught the last 2 that I didn't today. So I basically did Mox and Hangman today, and Ricky Starks and fucking Izzy Dame and all that shit today.
Okay,
yeah. Saturday night's main event I did later that night, and Evolution I'll watch live. Clip Notes live. Which I know you're gonna fight me on this on my first fucking note here, but I really don't care because like I think it's bullshit. But does WWE not understand what fucking presenting a show and advertising it as? Okay, you know what? Let me put it to you like this. If I were to come on here tonight and say, tonight we're doing the 3-Way Dance Wrestling Podcast, all women, and then we showed up here, it wouldn't be all women.
Yes, so I do agree with that. Stephanie McMahon should have been on commentary with, let's say, a Mickie James or any of them that you had in the crowd. You had, who all did you have in the crowd? You had Selena, you had
at this
Jackie
point,
Redmond.
Jackie Redmond. Or at this point, since you fucking source out to so many people, why not source out to somebody to ESPN? Hey, everybody, this is who and who from fucking ESPN. Tonight, they're going to be our special guest commentator for this Women's Evolution event. And joining her is going to be fucking Stephanie McMahon.
Yeah.
There you go. Problem solved.
Like, they got it right with the refs. They had all female refs, but to have Cole and Barrett and Tessitore there, I was just like, you fucked it again. Like,
because I remember the first one I said this, and you gave me pushback on it. So, but I was like, why is Michael Cole again on the all women's show and Wade Barrett?
Even Beth Phoenix and Stephanie McMahon on commentary.
Yeah, Beth Phoenix is a good one.
Beth isn't under contract to AEW, so. Like, I mean, Beth was a commentator. Like, but again, Medusa could have been on commentary. Jazz, Jackie, maybe not Milana Kai or some of the others, but not Vicky Guerrero or any of them. But like, there were those there that they could have used. Jackie Redmond, even Jackie Redmond has the background. Like, yeah, she might just be the reporter or whatever, but she has done commentary, like, stuff. Like,
maybe get somebody from ESPN who's done normal broadcast and sports broadcasting, and then put Jackie Redmond with them.
Yes, that would have been perfect.
Smarten up the ESPN. Like, these are our characters. This is what's going on.
Well, Tessitore knew it, so I mean, they might like even
exactly.
Whoever put with Tessitore and be like, okay, you already worked together, Tez. Give her a rundown of who the women are and everything, and let's go. Like, or even have Tez in her headset. Like, that was just.
Then Joe Tessitore says in his opening, he was just like, tonight it's the industry norm. I'm like, yep. For an event that happened 8 years later. All right, cool. Then Stephanie McMahon is just like, now the women regularly main event. Again, 8 years later.
Yeah.
So that was my notes with the opening. I just
couldn't have women on commentator duties, ?
Oh, so you did have that note. Okay. Yeah. First match, triple threat Intercontinental Championship match. Lyra Valkyria, Bayley, Becky Lynch. First thing I wrote down was Lyra. Oh yeah. I was high now. Now I'm in high notes. Now.
I'll say this. I'll take back what I said about Lyra, because I mean damn.
See? Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, I told you.
I get it now. I see it now.
Yeah, Lyra. Yeah. I would have opened, me personally, I would have opened with Trish and Tiffany.
Considering what that match was, yeah. Man, like, why?
Good crossbody by Lyra, good boot by Bayley, breaking, what is this? Oh, good boot by Bailey breaking the crab.
I would have actually opened with JC Jane and Jordan Grace over Tiffany.
I would have saved this for later.
Yeah, I would have too.
But I haven't know. I'll get to it. What the fuck was that chop off the apron, Becky? Oh yeah, she did like this weird fucking chop off the apron. Just weird. Nice elbow from Bailey to Lyra. Beautiful flying leg drop from Lyra. She gets some fucking height on that.
Yeah.
The DDT. Oh, good combo DDT by Becky. Good save from Lyra. And oh yeah, that apparently I'm not the only one who liked it, but that rolling backslide by Becky to win the match.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's been very popular.
Hit the ropes, yeah, because Bailey hit the rose plant, and then Becky's in with the backslide. I was like, oh damn, that was slick. All right.
I will say I love the fucking Becky and Lyra matches, and like I'm looking forward to SummerSlam.
Oh, I'm looking forward to SummerSlam. That's gonna be.
I was really expecting to fucking be in this review like 7 stars, but for some reason, something under-delivered here.
I only gave this 4. There was something that's my same thing. I couldn't go. I was expecting 5 or higher, and then I was like, I can't go higher than 4.
3 and 3/4 here.
Something was missing. There was
something
I don't. Maybe it's because the Lyra and Becky matches have been so good that Bailey didn't really need to be there. I don't know.
That could be it. And also, I wrote down "calm down." I guess Becky must have been going off apparently. But I mean, overall, I liked it. But I just once you threw in Bailey, I was like, oh, this is really gonna fucking. They're gonna light shit on fire now. But then, it was still good. I like 3 and 3/4, But I don't know. I just felt like something was missing from it.
Yeah.
But I still liked it. I just wrote down fucking Vicky Guerrero, LOL. They brought back Vicky.
Yeah.
Next up, we had Jordan Grace, the Muscle Muffin. Get ready for T-shirts with that.
My first note for this is Blake Monroe is turning.
Oh, here's my first night. Oh, tonight Blake's gonna turn. Okay.
Yeah.
Tonight's Blake's gonna turn. Okay. JC is looking delicious tonight. Now remember, I'm high.
Yeah, see, I didn't note it, but that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, I like the white on her a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Nice turnbuckle spot by Grace. She had the fucking hook and then just cramming her back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Beautiful powerbomb by Grace. The nice, what is this? Nice rope. Oh, nice rope net breaker. She did the fucking.
Oh, yeah.
By Jane. What is this? Remember, I'm high. So sweet round knee by Jane. And then I wrote in big capital letters, I am a fucking genius. Because I called it the second she walked out. Once Jordan Grace was like, come on. And she walked out. I was like, oh, so tonight she turned. Okay. And then once she was holding that belt in her hand, I was like, 3, 2, 1, crack.
There it is.
I am a fucking genius. But and what they're saying on commentary, I think there's some half truth to it. I think this match is really fucking showing people JC Jane isn't the Jannetty.
Yes.
3.5 stars.
3.5 stars. Yeah.
We finally got one. Only took all fucking night.
Yep.
All right, next up, we have the Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match, which at this point I started why isn't the Battle Royal on yet?
Yeah.
When I started this mission.
See, when it was this match and it wasn't Battle Royal, I'm like, who the fuck is the surprise in the Battle Royal? Because they've already trotted out a bunch of them in the crowd. I'm like, who? They're going to have somebody that's surprising there. Nope.
Isn't Kairi Sane cute? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, Ruka, you gorgeous stack of woman, you.
Tyler Bate is a lucky man.
Oh, is that who?
He's with Sol Ruka, yeah.
Good guy. Love the Alexa Charlotte entrance. Them two just fucking arguing, play.
Oh, the arm up in front. I was just like, oh yeah. That's perfect.
And then she's putting the doll up and shit.
Yeah. Throws the doll at her.
Listen, I know sometimes the cameraman will do like, you know, they'll get like a shot of the women behind sometimes, you know, but I think there was a shot of Sol Ruka and her behind that I'm just like, I think the cameraman went from like camera shot to voyeur here, because this shot stayed on just a little too long.
But that's every show though.
I know,
Especially NXT.
I know, but like still, this went from like interesting wrestling shot to like fucking pervy voyeurism, like a little quick here. You know, this shot staying on a little too long. You know, even for me, I mean, I'm not going to complain, but like still, even I'm like, you want to change the shot here? You know, I had no fucking idea to this match. If there was a gun to my head that said name the country that Zario is from, I would have said Spain.
No, she's from Australia.
I had no fucking idea.
Yeah, I knew that when they were first looking at signing her. Like when she was still Delta, I was like, oh, okay. Some Australian shit.
You ever play a fucking, I know you don't have it right now, but you ever play like a fucking video game, you create your own character and you just give your character like all the bullshit goddamn moves in the game, do all the flippy shit and everything. Mm-hmm. Sol Ruka has all those goddamn moves. Like Sol Ruka's the wrestler you give all this bullshit and flippy fucking moves to.
I do love the Soul Snatcher though. That move.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, love that cartwheel clothesline that Charlotte does. Here it is. Here's the fucking note that triggers me. All right. And it's funny, too, because I wrote it in their fucking Great American Bash note. Can everyone, and fucking, when I mean everyone, I damn near mean fucking everyone. Can everyone, for the love of fucking Christ, even I think Jimmy Uso fucking did it, too. Can everyone, for the love of fucking Christ, stop doing the goddamn spear?
Braun Breaker is the only one that should be doing the spear. Jimmy Uso did it. Sol Ruka did it. Zarya did it.
No, Sol Ruka did it too. But
Sol Ruka, that's right. Sol Ruka did it too.
Fucking Ricky Saints did it. Ricky Saints did it.
Jimmy Uso did. Charlotte
Jimmy Uso did it against Solo.
Of
course, Goldberg did it.
The only one that should be doing the spear is Braun Breaker. Roman shouldn't even be doing it anymore. Just let his finisher be the Superman punch and come up with something else, because
Charlotte does a spear and fucking so many people do a spear, and it's just like, yeah, Braun Breaker does a spear and he makes it look believable and shit, but like everybody's just gotta stop doing a goddamn spear at this point.
Edge did the spear.
Yeah,
Christian did the spear.
Christian does one? Yeah.
Roman did it on Monday.
I kind of give Roman some leeway because he was doing it before Braun.
Okay.
Has Braun mastered it? Yes. But, you know, Roman kind of got that shit over too. You know? Fuck, man. Everybody fucking does it now. It's just like, it's kind of like the new barricade spot. It's kind of like whenever I see a fucking spear now, I'm just like, God damn, fucking spear.
3 stars for this.
That's what I gave it. And I'm like, why are we even tagging at this point? Because like you'd see a tag and then fucking like 9 people would show up, which is weird because there was only 8 people in the match. And then fucking Zarya and Sol Ruka stole Casey Catanzaro and Caden Carter's fucking finish. And finally they fucking did. I've been saying it since the day she fucking debuted on the roster. Finally, they make Raquel look like a fucking star. Mm-hmm. You know, by fucking letting her get the fucking finish in that match and everything. Finally. You know? But this was one of those matches I think they could have surprised us, but I think going into it was like a foregone conclusion.
Going into it, I was like, okay, so Charlotte and Alexa are not taking the pin, but I don't see them winning yet. They need a bit more storyline before they win them. Raquel and Roxanne need the win which then leaves the Kabuki Warriors and Soul and Zarya. And I was like, okay, so Soul and Zarya are the ones taking the pin, because the Kabuki Warriors just officially reformed, like got back together. So it left one conclusion: Judgment Day beats Charlotte. You're not Zavaruka, whatever the fuck they call that team name. Zarya and Soul Ruka.
Yeah, I just how were I don't know if you noticed, but how were Soul Ruka and Zarya selected to be in this match?
They weren't. They were just put in. There was no title. There was no like eliminator or gauntlet or match or anything.
So why was Charlotte and Alexa the only team that had to fucking quote unquote qualify? You figure if any team was just going to be put in, it would be Alexa and Charlotte.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, Kairi and Asuka, they kind of made it because Kairi pinned Roxanne. Was it Kairi pinned Roxanne? It didn't make sense. That's the overall thing. It didn't make any sense. Like, and if that was the match,
well, when you only have 3 weeks. When you only have 3 weeks to build, I guess you got to cut some corners there.
You know, see, that's the thing. As soon as Liv Morgan got hurt, it's like they gave up on Evolution. Like, as soon as
they were probably aiming for the main event of either Liv Morgan versus Nikki or the
Bellas versus Liv and Raquel. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, which I would have been okay with, but yeah, but you're right. Yeah, it just seemed like once Liv Morgan went under, it was just like, all right,
they just gave up
together.
Fuck
it. Then they advertised the Evolution post show with Jackie Redmond. Okay, Jackie Redmond. No problem.
Cool. And then Big E, Wade Barrett, and
Big E, Triple H, and Joe Testatori. Problem?
Jackie Redmond could have just done the post show. Or Stephanie McMahon speaking on behalf of Triple H.
Next up was Tiffany Stratton taking on, I wrote Tiffy versus Trishie.
This match makes me kind of scared as to what Jade versus Tiffany is going to be.
I just wrote down why. Because I'm like, why is this match happening?
I gave this 3 stars because it was a basic match. It kind of showed some weakness for Tiffany, having to try and carry Trish. Tiffany still, she's good, but I'm not seeing where everybody's like, oh, she's great. I'm not seeing that. That's where I say Blake Monroe is a better Tiffany Stratton.
Also, didn't you think something was up with the finish?
Of Jade and Trish and Tiffany?
Tiffany and Trish. Because it just seemed like the referee, Jessica Carr, just kept fucking yelling at Tiffany, and then like it wrapped up really.
Yes, there was something somewhere. This might have been where I was like, why is she counting slow? Like there was a disconnect between the ref and the. It was Jessica Carr referee in this match.
Yeah, Jessica Carr. Yeah, because then she kept yelling at Tiff when it.
Yeah.
You couldn't hear it obviously, but you kept looking at Tiff saying something, and then she kept going through spots and everything, and I don't know.
I don't know. That's the thing. That's what makes me worry, because Tiffany Stratton is now going to have to carry Jade Cargill, and I don't know how that's going to go, but I guess we'll see. I mean,
we're sure as hell going to find out.
Yeah.
You know? Next up, we had Jade Cargill.
Wait, what'd you give Stratton? And
what did I give? 3.
Okay, yeah. Wow, that's 3 in a row. We've
I know, right?
Rating. That's all right.
I don't think we're going to match on this one, but
maybe.
Next up, we had Jade Cargill and Naomi. No holds barred. I have a major fucking issue with this match. One of which being like, we're still not on the Battle Royal. Like, I'm like, how? You know?
I don't like the caution portion of Naomi's gimmick. I think she over-delivers the line. And Naomi being a heel and the reasoning for being a heel doesn't need caution tape. Just makes me think of Orlando Jordan.
What is this?
The trash can yeet was fucking like just the way she tossed that in there. When they brought out the toolbox, I was like, come on, this isn't AEW. And I didn't even write that down. Jade using the camera was cool. I liked that. And she just takes the camera from the fucking camera guy and bow. I like that. The video plate, when Naomi dropped Jade in and all the sparks and shit, it was like, ooh, fuck. Bianca played the role as the pleading with Jade and pleading with Naomi and like trying to be in between and all this. No, I wrote that down wrong. She pleaded with Naomi. I don't fucking know. My notes are kind of fucky here. I gave this 4 stars though. The Jaded through the table was fucking dope too.
Okay, well, at this point, I'm like, where the fuck is the Battle Royal? Because I'm like, all right, at this point, they haven't done any building.
Mm-hmm.
You're saving it for the what's the word I'm looking at? Penultimate fucking match of the night here. You haven't done no interviews. You haven't interviewed any of the NXT people who are going to show up in it, which, given what happens in the beginning of that, that's probably a good thing that happened now. Considering how Nia Jax just tosses fucking Tatum Paxley and the other chick out right away. Yeah. But you've done no interviews. You've done no build-up like, hey, tonight I'm going to win the Battle Royal. I'm going to climb. You've done none of that. So I'm just like, what the fuck's going on? Anyway, for some reason, I just wrote down Naomi / cool, fun. I have no idea why I wrote that down. I'm really high at this point. Wow, Jade took out a table before they chanted, "We want tables." Goddamn that spear by Jade. I will say the spear by Jade was pretty beautiful because it made a sound. You heard that like fucking. The face buster on the chair was pretty bad. Too bad that camera wasn't filming. ... wasn't real. Fuck it. Jade just said, I'm going to kill her. You know, she threw the toolbox at her head. Our baby face, everyone. I'm sure Shelby would be proud of that if he hears that. Worst chair shot, Naomi. I have no idea why I wrote that. And, oh yeah, so why the fuck was Bianca the referee in this goddamn match?
What?
Why was Bianca the fucking referee in this match? Other than she was a part of the fucking tag team and all that bullshit.
So there was like a pull apart between Jade and Naomi on Saturday night's main event. And McAldis made her the rep. That's about it.
Okay. My point exactly. I'm like, I was like, oh, okay, Bianca's going to turn tonight. Okay, cool. You know, like fucking, she was just fucking there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck, man? Believe it or not, though, Nichols, we're 4 for 4. I gave it 4 stars.
Well, I'll be damned.
Yeah, because I actually despite the fucking issues with Bianca and shit like that, I actually kind of dug it. I like good street fights like this, or no holds barred, whatever the fuck you want to call it. But yeah, the Jaded through the table, I was like right on. And considering what happens later, I didn't see it fucking coming.
No.
You know?
Not at all.
All right, next up, finally, the goddamn Battle Royal. And Chelsea, just, I guess I have a little bit to admit where Chelsea was fucking imitating Nikki Bella. I've watched that more times than I like to admit. You know, I just wrote down, well, damn, Candace. That's all I wrote down. I don't even know why.
Nia tossed Tatum, Izzy right away, and then Kalani Jordan landed on the table.
So I'm just like, thank God they didn't do interviews to build that up. Well,
yeah, because then, well, let's see.
Yeah, here it is. Why have Dame and Pax come for that?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know? See, I gotta start getting better at this. I was like, God
Cole,
damn.
Cole kept calling her Candace Michelle.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah. Apparently, she went on X and was just like, Bailey's right. He sucks. Goddamn Lash/Jordan. I don't know why I wrote that. Maxine. Oh, yeah. I don't know why I wrote that either.
Caterpillar?
Maybe. I don't know. Oh, here's another one. I don't know what it is with her. I forgot to write the note, but I saw her name and it reminded me. I don't know what it is, but who was it that came out? Was it Becaire? No, it wasn't Becaire. Yeah, it was Stephanie Becaire. Stephanie Becaire came out to the ring in the entrance and everything. And I was like, right on. I was like, all right, let's get this battle royal going. Let's roll and everything. Then the music played and shit, and I was just like, oh shit, our surprise entrance. Who the fuck is this? And fucking Julia walked out. I always keep forgetting that this bitch is a person.
And the crowd went mild. Look, they could give a fuck about Julia, man. What? She barely even got a Saudi pop.
Every fucking time, I'm just like, fuck, that's right, she's a person. Like, every goddamn time, I fucking...
Yeah,
But I was like, oh, there's a surprise entrance to it, and fucking Julia walked out. I'm like, oh, yeah.
Before Lash tossed Zelina, I have, is Lash that tall, or is Zelina that short?
Both.
Because, like, they had, like, a face-off, and it was just, like, fucking...
Yeah.
Whoa.
All I wrote down here was fucking spear. I don't even know who did it. All I wrote down was
Nikki Bella to Chelsea Green.
Oh yeah, that's what it is. Fucking spear. Yeah.
I was surprised when Lash dumped Nikki.
Man, shit, they fucking. This was like a coming out party for fucking Lance Legend.
Yeah, which is probably good considering half of her fucking team was released.
Lash did do a good pump kick. Good use of the Devil's Kiss as a finish.
I like how the crowd was doing the Booker T thing as well. Right along with
yeah. And they're like, the winner of the 2025 Battle Royal. I'm like, 2025? Does that mean we're getting this yearly? You know? What'd you give the Battle Royal?
3.
Fuck. 4. All right. And finally, our main... Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't make a pick of the week. Fuck. I didn't
either.
Oh, you didn't? Good.
I completely spaced.
Good. And finally, the main event, which actually took up a lot of space. I'm actually surprised. Or according to my notes, Io Sky taking on Rhea. What did I write down here? It says hot take. Oh, okay. Apparently Lillian Garcia was apparently supposed to be the ring announcer for the evening. I was like, hot take. Show benefited from no Lillian Garcia.
Yeah, I thought so too.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, we all love Lillian and everything, but like, it's like Jim Ross, dude. Just go. We love you, but go.
Yeah.
Alicia Tyler did it. Apparently, Jim Cornette hates Alicia Tyler, which, I found, listening to those reviews today of, superstars and everything. There's one wrestler that Jim Cornette hates, and I'm fucking dumbfounded that he hates, because when it comes to like wrestlers and people who wrestle, I'm dumbfounded that he hates Johnny Gargano.
I'm not.
Really?
I'm not, because the origination of it was when Johnny was still like when he was doing more flippy shit than what he does now. He still does a lot, but he was doing more, and that's where he's always Cornette soured on Gargano. I think around the time that Ricochet and Ospreay were having the issue with Vader.
Okay. Yeah, because I always looked at Johnny Gargano, somebody that like, oh, okay, this is probably somebody Cornette loves and everything. Yeah. He can wrestle and he does some high flying, but probably, Cornette would probably be like, oh, I like him. I was listening to that review. He's like, oh, how fast can we get him? I'm like, oh, okay. Rio imitating Io, I thought was pretty funny.
Oh, yeah.
Just slow. Io does great Acai moonsaults next to fucking Ultimo Dragon. Great 619 DDT by Io. After that, the hell did Oh, after that, I screamed, "Stop it! She's already dead." That sell by EO on the DDT, a little bit too much. What else we got? Good. Oh, good dive from EO. A Poison Rana, which I didn't see that one coming. Oh yeah, I was like, they're like Poison Rana, and I was like, Poison Rana, more like Rigor Mortis Rana. No, okay. It was worth a shot. Nice Razor's Edge powerbomb combo. This Carr took that. Oh, Jessica Carr took that fucking drop kick. Man, fuck.
Yeah. But you know, this is one thing. Naomi and Jade was no holds barred, and they didn't go into the crowd. There was the ref bump, and then we get Rhea and Io in the crowd. Yeah, it was great, but how does the ref stay down for so fucking long?
I know to the general viewer, they don't know that Jessica Carr is a part-time wrestler too, right. But like still. A, that was a hell of a drop kick. I mean, EO put some stank on that fucking drop kick. B, yeah, I even wrote down Carr still out / get her ass up.
Yeah.
And I was like, great false finish. And I was like, what? ... Welp. ... Didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
4.25.
I give this 5.
Really?
With the exception of the outside and the ref stuff, I gave that a pass simply because there was a point in this match I couldn't take notes. I was that zoned into it. I was like, oh, and then Naomi came out and was like, whoa, what? Wait.
I didn't mind the outside stuff. I mean, at least it'd been one thing if they just went to the floor and the ref wasn't counting. That'd been one thing.
Mm-hmm.
At least and again, it'd been one thing if it'd been like the little pussy bumps that some ref takes where it's like, oh, and they just collapse and they're dead. At least she took a fucking missile drop, a springboard missile.
She took that bump like Charles Robinson took that spear.
So at least they made sense.
I mean, Charles Robinson is the goat of the ref bumps, though.
That poor son of a bitch.
He got a cracked rib from Goldberg.
Shit, no shit. That guy's not having a good week or month.
Well, not a month. Yeah, not a good month. Damn. He didn't even know Cena was going to hit him.
He didn't?
No, he didn't know that. There's an interview, and he's like, I've done that spot before, the run down the ring, and I was just told, we need a ref, go down to the ring. So I started the run. And he's like, if I had been going any faster, I would have been seriously hurt. Because he's like, I didn't know John was going to do that. I got to the bottom of the ramp and a bow, but I was on the ground.
Shit. I did not know that.
So that look on his face, that freeze frame capture where it's like, he's like, oh, that was legit. That was all unplanned. He had no fucking clue that was coming.
See, it was one thing to take that bump from John Cena, and everybody's like, oh my God, he took a bump from John Cena. And I was like, all right, yeah, he's taking bumps before. Then he did the spear. I was like, God damn, dude.
Yeah,
who are you trying to impress right now?
Are you trying to secure that fucking new contract or something?
I know, right? Fuck, dude. What are you, 65? Dude, stop. You have nothing to prove to anybody, dude. All right. We get it. We reviewed them all. We did it.
Yeah.
We don't have to do it again until August. Right?
Well, yeah, 2-night SummerSlam. Joy.
SummerSlam. So, and well, you said your favorite show this weekend was Evolution.
Oh, Evolution by far.
Yeah, definitely. I'd probably say Evolution, then probably, I'd probably say All In, just by a hair, though.
Evolution, All In, The Bash, Saturday Night's Main Event.
Yeah, that's me. Anything up your ass this week?
The length of All In. It did not need to be 6 hours, and there's no way I could have watched it all the way through at once. There's no way.
Yeah. I said, once I got to the main event, I was like, I'm done. I even stopped taking notes. I was just like, I can't take any more fucking notes. I was like, and once I got to the main event, I was like, tomorrow. Fuck it. Yeah. Tomorrow. I'll have time when I get off of work tomorrow. it's a tomorrow problem.
Yeah.
You know? But then I was like, fuck, I still got 2 matches to watch from Great American Bash still. And I was like, those should be easy watches. And they were. They were quick and easy. You know? But yeah, my up your ass was the fucking spear thing. I am so tired of so many people doing a spear.
Mm.
You know? Like Roman, Braun, and if you're gonna give a woman a spear, I say let Charlotte fucking have it.
Yeah.
You know, like she's the most tenured one there at the moment, I guess. Well, Tamina really, but whatever. But let Charlotte have it and fucking nobody else. Put a sign in the back. Remember that sign in the back that said no thigh slaps? Put a sign in the back. No spears.
Except for Braun, Roman, and Charlotte.
That's it.
That's it.
If you're fucking doing a spear, 30-day suspension. You do it again, 60.
No, just make it the 100K fine. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. No, I like suspension better. Fucking, if you do it again, fucking you're suspended.
Well, yeah. Then they definitely wouldn't do it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, oh fuck, I don't want to get fired. Shit. I'd be like, what's a new move I can do? I'd be coming up with different ways for it and be like, no, that's not really a spear. See,
I hit them from the back. I don't hit them from the front.
Exactly, yeah. People be coming up with different ways, you know.
Or the pounce, just start doing the pounce. It's like, oh, that's not the spear, it's the pounce. Or that's not the spear, it's the gore.
Didn't somebody do a pounce this weekend? I feel like somebody did a pounce.
I think it was Willow, I think.
Yep, Willow.
Yeah. I think it was maybe was it to Bane or Ford?
I don't know.
Yeah, it was something like that. I know it was Willow that did it. But
yeah, once you said it, because she did the pounce in the ring, and yeah, that's what it was. All right, well, normally we usually have like an after segment, and we usually have pick of the week, but we had so much fucking wrestling this week that we forgot to pick picks of the week. But if you really need a pick of the week,
Balls Mahoney versus Masato Tanaka from One Night Stand 2006.
I'll go Masato Tanaka, Mike Awesome from the first One Night Stand.
There you go.
So there you go. There's some picks for you. There's the bell, so we know what that means. That signifies the end of the Three-Way Dance Wrestling Podcast for this, I guess, month. Like we said, we will be back with SummerSlam for our next review. And fun fact, I actually tried to do this review high tonight, but I couldn't get nobody to work for me tomorrow. So maybe we'll try and work on that for the next one. But yeah, and as for my regular viewers who are still here, I'll be live tomorrow, Thursday Night Funky. Be there or be square. All right, that's going to do it for us tonight. So for Nick and myself, I am the artist. And remember, be breezy. And